DOT community. Welcome to part two. Hopefully the chat is fixed and everything will be all right. So I have Asgardian, Pisces, Shy, and Xenochrist all here in Discord, and we're still continuing the conversation even though we had to take a small, quick hiatus from streaming. But yes. So here we go with part two of the stream, and I am still on the goal of completing Plinth 8, grabbing Thorg, and also placing in the top 10,000. So anyway, continue. Pisces actually was just talking about a nice breakdown on exactly what's the smartest way to get rid of all of your 1-star, 2-star Titans that are filling up your treasury and Titan Hall during Conquest. So could you repeat that again, Pisces? Because that's very good information.
Yeah, so we were talking about the cost of it. Putting those 1-stars and 2-stars into a 4-star Titan, putting about 40 into a 4-star Titan can cost about 2 million or a little bit less. And it, of course, then depends on what level the 4-star is. However, if you put your Titans into a 1-star or 2-star, or even 3-star, it could cost, maybe 500,000 or less for the exact same amount of Titans. So overall, it's a lot saving from, spending, because I spent 30 million food throwing all my 2-stars into a 4-star Titan.
There you go. And Pisces has done roughly. He mentioned, I think, while we were offline as well, that he did roughly around 600, if not more, battles so far in Conquest. So when you do that many, you're getting a lot of Titan drops, especially now that they've removed the 1-star drops.
Yeah, it was about 600 to 700. I didn't check anytime recently, but I definitely did a lot. Every single day, I have filled up my Titan Hall, which really sucks because then I have to get rid of them.
Yeah. Chance, you're first. Well, you also donated on the very beginning half of the stream, so again, thank you for that. Extinction's back, Sangre's back. What's up, Dan? Thank you for joining. Alex, second time's the charm. Yep, right. Well, at least chat's working. That's all I'm concerned about. Captain Howdy. Yeah, halftime show, right? We're the dancing girls. Welcome back. Thank you, Yellow Umbrella. I will stir counterclockwise this time.
Now, Zalon, you said you were picking up Thorg. Is this your first Thorg?
Yeah, it's my first Thorg ever, so...
Whoa!
I know.
Dude, I remember you complaining you didn't have him, and I'm sitting there, I was like, I have a Max Thorg, ha ha ha.
I know. It's definitely something that's been on my bucket list to finally get one, so...
Thorg was my first defender.
What's up, David? Thank you for joining Warhammer. Austin Bird. Stuck at work? Alright. Got another warp stone. And another Runa.
And I am banking mad portal stones for this event coming up.
Oh, are you? I was going to say,
yeah,
I typically use all my portal stones in Conquests because I want more rewards. But that's just my view on Conquest. It's the one where
usually I do the same, but with this event coming up, I figured it'd be good to just save up a little bit.
Right.
Yeah, I still have the 100 portal stones from the event just sitting there. I also have an extra 50 portal stones sitting in my storage. So when the event starts, I'm going off with a bang.
Alex says he just pulled Trickster's Blades from 2K DG. Wow. Congratulations.
Nice
that is very nice pull. 2K, of course, there's only a 20% chance you're going to get any Norse relics, and that's a nice Norse relic to get, too, Trickster's Blades.
Oh, really? I thought it was a 10%.
Oh, maybe it is 10%. I kind of thought it was 80-20, but maybe it is only 90-10.
And now you got a day to level up that 5-star before the Zabava comes out.
Right.
Yep, get it ready.
Works well. What's up, ANJ? Thank you for joining. 6 battles away from finishing Plinth 10. Nice, Austin Bird. You're probably somewhere around the same rank as Pisces Shark.
Yeah, because I'm 4 battles away.
Yeah. So maybe when you pop open your where your rank is, like where it shows you like 50 people, where you right around where you are, you might see Pisces.
Sitting right at 500 battles.
90-10? Yeah. All right. I was being too generous. Yeah. So, the major decision I know going forward when we discuss about the future of the game is these divine titans and also divine relics and what we're spending our DGs on, because that's something that is a constant reason why a lot of events are even done for a lot of players. Is, oh yeah, oh, they're doing it for the prestige food or the DGs. It's always in there when people talk about it. So when you look at these new divine titans with seeing this new meta wipe that happened, I know a lot of players, such as maybe Extinction, that mentioned that they're not going to get any Divine Titans anymore because they feel like they're getting outdated quicker than they would like, and fear that that may happen even quicker in the future if they do decide to grab any Divine Titans. So I would really hope that they will release the Divine Titans fairly soon so that we can actually see them in battle, so that many more players can have a little bit better to better make a good decision. At this point, I couldn't tell you, oh yeah, you should definitely do this or definitely do that. All I can tell you right now is save your DGs. Majority of players. Early players that have absolutely no divine 5-star relics whatsoever, or maybe one, the 2K pool is still a good decision. I'm not going to tell you that 2K is not a good decision, even currently. Now, should you possibly save anyway because the 2K altar may become cheaper? It's possible. It may stay exactly the same. So, with no 5-star relics or maybe 1 5 or 2 5-star relics, still pulling the 2K isn't a bad thing. Those 5 stars are not going to fall out of the meta when the new 5 stars come out, because there's still very good 5-star relics in the 2K altar, as well as the possibility of getting a Norse relic, which are right now still the best set of 5-star relics, since they pair very well with a lot of Titans and will continue to pair well with a lot of these new Titans that deal with spells. So,
yeah, I just broke 5K DGs. I've only got one of the Norse 5 stars, but I'm going to keep on saving.
well, if the Norse 5 stars go down to 3,500 or 4,000, wouldn't you be kicking yourself? You know?
Yeah.
And it doesn't sound like a lot. Save 1,000 DGs, save 1,500 DGs. But wait a second. Look at how many DGs you truly get in an event. 500? 600? So saving 1,000 DGs or saving 1,500 DGs just because they lower the cost of the altar, I mean, you would really kick yourself. That's multiple events.
Oh, yeah.
Multiple events. And if you're not always finishing a lot of events, that's 4 or 5 events if you're just a grinder and aren't finishing a lot of events.
Oh, yeah. But when I pulled Necrosa, I think I was sitting at like 2K DGs when I decided to go for it. And I had 100,000 red gems, and I just did every event until I got up to the 15K DGs. And I bet it took me 2 months, month and a half, something like that, of just straight doing every event.
Yep. And I know a lot of players, like Shy, like Pisces, like Xenochrist, and myself, have gone through phases where you're doing a lot of the events, as many as you can, as far as you can, completing maybe all of them that are happening in this period of time. It could be the beginning of 2020 or the summer of 2020 or even 2019 or earlier years. You've had times where you've hit events really hard for a long period of time, and then other times where you're really reserved, you're backed off, and sometimes during those periods, you miss out on a few Titans, and you're like kicking yourself. At the same time, too, during the period when you were going crazy hard and everything else and grabbing a whole bunch of Titans that are good, they weren't good for that long. And that's also why a lot of players that mentioned that certain Titans that they've gotten even this year only had their uses for a certain period of time, and they feel like they were shorted. So, because Frigg was one of those defenders that was between Pigsy and Hachi that basically had almost very little shelf life. So,
yeah,
even though she was really cool.
As soon as Sagunga came out, she was nothing then. Because, I got Sagunga, and then went on a 3-month hiatus, and I come back, and Sagunga is still a pretty good raider. Only thing she can't beat is a Sekhmet and Hachi.
Which still means that a lot of good attacking Titans of the current meta, which is, of the War Gods meta, if you want to call it that, that happened pretty much spring and summer of 2020, they all have certain, abilities. And I think that's why everybody liked that. It was certain attackers could take on certain defenders, and that's just the way it was. And you had a whole bunch of different attack Titans to choose from, and a small group of defending Titans to choose from. They may still come to that again in this new meta eventually, and that's the horrible time that it will take, not horrible, but the long period of time which will seem in Dawn of Titans to be forever. Because we all know that a month in the meta, or 2 months or 3 months in the meta, it seems a lot longer than really it actually is. But,
See, I find this kind of funny. A lot of people who are probably getting upset are those max players with Hachi defenders, and now they're getting upset, just from my point of view, because now they can't just go around bully people and not suffer any consequences. So now when Zabava comes out, now that people can fight back finally.
This is, I'm going to say, very true in a lot of cases, I would say. Because I think a lot of players that are very much used to the fact that they have a defender that not a lot of people want to deal with is a shield, a wall that they can be able to more or less hide behind as they want to attack whoever they want to. Now, of course, we're talking like Prestige 7, 8, 9, 10, where a lot of players weren't able to get enough Prestige Titans to even get up there. It made their Hachis very difficult to be able to take down. So it was a lot of investment, but that investment included a fairly long period of time of invincibility, more or less. Now, of course, yes, no, all of them can be taken down. It just depended on how prestiged some of your attackers were to be able to take down a very high prestige Hachi. So.
Well, it's not just that; it's your troop levels.
Troop levels.
Majority of the time, you're going to need a max, specific Titan with specific relics with max troops in order to take down some of these people who would bully people. So when you're like somebody like me who can get Garrison hit at freaking random, it's not a big deal that now she can defeat everything. It's like, oh, cool, finally I can go, hit somebody back because they think they can just pick on a little person and not get any sort of consequences. Usually when people do that, and if they do it repeatedly, I'll start taking their lands, and then I'll just delete them because I don't like them.
Yeah.
Now, do you think now that there's an answer to Hachi, are you going to stop prestiging him and save up that
I am
Titan prestige food?
I am, right. Because I think that whatever the corrupted Goliath Titan is, you're going to want to prestige that Titan. Do you not want to save for the corrupted Goliath Titan? Now, does that corrupted Goliath Titan going to drop in October? Probably not. November, maybe. December, again, maybe, but I'm really leaning towards the Corrupted Imperials for the winter for December, and I'm really thinking Corrupted Horde for Halloween October. November is the questionable month. I have no idea what corrupted troop they may try to bring out. Maybe Spearmen, maybe Goliaths. We'll see.
Yeah. With the Prestige, here's what I've just been thinking about this today. When the new Divine Titans come out, well, the Growthorn, the poison looks like it's going to be a poison, and I've got Necrosa. When Necrosa comes out in an event, do I put that one as a double into the Necrosa that I have, or is that prestige food for the Growthorn in one slot? When I get to that, I'll figure it out when I get there, but that's going to be a tough decision.
I'm pretty sure by the time that Necrosa comes out in an event, you will have your answer.
Yeah.
It's going to be like a clear cut if you need a prestige, the new one, or if you feel like working on something old.
Yeah, that's one thing with these Divine Titans that kind of stinks, is that you'll never get another one to prestige and get that double slot. You just have to do it one at a time all the way up.
So A&J says, I agree.
I don't remember who
Good to
said
save.
it, but they did say that, Titans can be replaced. Relics last much longer.
Exactly. And that's exactly what A&J was just about to say. He says, I agree, Zalon, good to save after seeing the new series. Those 2K relics, though, are great value for those base troop damage and health for lower castles. I agree. If I pull anything, it will definitely be a relic, though. Feels like much longer shelf life. Very true. 5-star relics, unless there's really no good Titan to put them on, like in the case of the Berserker, Shadow Dancer. We're still waiting on that. But, for the most part, 5-star relics, there's a good Titan out there for them to go on. Some of the golden 5 stars still have yet to shine, I believe. So we're still kind of waiting on that as well. But there is supposedly another set or few, I'm not sure if it's a full set or if it's just a few new 5-star relics going to be coming out soon as well with these new Divine Titans. So that's another reason why I'm saving, because I know you might say, well, you're over 7K, why, if you're just going to go for relics instead of the new Divine Titans. I want to see if the prices change, plus I want to see what these new Divine relics are going to be, because if they're must-haves right away, I'm going to try to pull one, at least. So.
Yeah, going on that subject, I really do hope that they do lower the price for some of the 5-star relics, because I only have 4, and 2 of them are the same, so I hope I can get more. By the end of this week, I'll have 3K DGs saved up. Now, another thing, I had something else I wanted to say, but I can't remember it. I'll think of it.
It's all right.
Just let
us know. McKib Neymar, first of all, hello, brother, and how are you? I'm a smaller player and had only 37k gems and 10 tokens with no boost Titan. Should I go for the new Titan? 37k gems and 10 tokens, you're going to get at least another, I'm going to say 5. I forget if it's 5 or 6 tokens in this upcoming event. So you're going to have, I'm going to say at least a minimum of 15 tokens. And with 37 gems, that's another, I'm going to count that as if you're going to do a straight grind, like use your 15 tokens and then straight grind as much as you can. And then if you have to pull more tokens at the end, do so. That's fine. But yes, you will have enough to be able to do the event. Even if you wanted to
just pull all relics. Yeah, because if you think of straight grind with only 10 souls per battle, if you have 37,000 gems, you should be able to do close to 2,000 battles with that. That's 20,000 souls right there, plus whatever you use with boost relics. You should be able to get it.
Exactly. 26k.
It's just the time commitment to it, though.
Yes, very true. And Pisces will tell you that it's a lot of time commitment if you're going the all grind route with no tokens.
I gotta jump out, guys. I'll talk to you later.
All right. Thank you for coming. That was Shy.
Sheesh, I jump in and someone
That's totally fine. That's totally fine.
Must have scared them off.
No, Razgriz, it's just it's the rotating door theory, and it's totally fine. There's nothing wrong with it. That just means more people to come in, and even when other people have to go, I'm not always available for an entire live stream when other people will do it, so you never know.
Right.
And Satharoth has graced us with his presence during the part 2. Part 2. Just for you, Satharoth. Not even close, Pisces. Most high-level players are angry because we spent week after week for things that are irrelevant. I had 8 good defenders. Now I have 0. Well, Satharoth, you stated that and more in your most recent video where you let us know that you were going to be leaving the game, which is, we're all sorry to see you go, but do wish you the best because I've enjoyed your content over the years. So hopefully, maybe we'll see you pop out with something. Some other games.
That about 8 defenders, it doesn't. I'm pretty close to the ballpark there because, they have those defenders, and because they have those defenders, when you have somebody, a new Titan comes out and they can wipe those defenders, they get upset about that. I don't have a defender. Only thing I have is the Wadjet, and you know how bad that is.
Mm-hmm.
So it doesn't affect me like it affects them because, they're in the bigger parts, And having all those defenders makes it easier for them to be like, oh, okay, I'm safe. So, they get that sense of security they have. And when they lose it, it affects them. And since I'm a lower level player, I don't have a sense of security. So it doesn't affect me the same way as it affected them.
Well, and it heavily depends on the league that you're in, too. Like, for right now, I'm sitting with Churro in Champ League, and a lot of times, yeah, you get rated, you see a lot of meta Titans up there and stuff like that, but it doesn't really bother me very much at all. I mean, I just got to cast a level 18. I don't really have any of these quote-unquote meta ones. I mean, only one I've got is Achilles. Finally got a 5-star relic on him, and, I still feel puny. But that's fine, because I don't ever see myself going up to Masters or Legend where it's like straight up
Castle 25s everywhere?
Yeah. So it really just depends on your playstyle, and I feel like this is the big thing that I can't stress enough to the DOT community, just as like a lower to mid-tier level player. And even if you do upgrade, that's why I love the alliance I'm in currently, because we've got a whole bunch of guys that rank anywhere from level 20 to 25, who they'll join up with the younger players and they'll kind of mentor them on all this type of stuff. But you go to different leagues. If you want to break, drop down to a different league, go to a different shell, all that type of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
People have this misconception, I feel like, with this game right now, is that you have to always, like, every single time a new meta Titan comes out, you gotta get him, otherwise I'm going to be irrelevant or something. Unless you're one of these super high-level players that's already kind of like, well, you're already sort of pay to win with it, and even some of the free-to-play players that are up there, get the Titans you want, play the style you want, and just enjoy the game. That's how I'm playing,
Mm-hmm.
and I could not be having any more fun with it.
Well, good. I'm glad to hear that. I'm glad to hear some happy stories. I'm more than willing to listen to any sad stories as well as upset and angry stuff as well. I'm reading it off in the chat. It doesn't bother me, but it is nice to hear good stories as well. So, because you know how
and I get it.
I have a very
these
optimistic
people who've
opinion.
Invested a ton. Yeah, I mean, I get it. These people who invested a ton in Ares and Hachiman and all these. I mean, I just saw. Hachiman just got obliterated by Zabava.
Mm-hmm.
And she's just the first in, I probably think, another 4 or 5 that are going to be, Dragon Slayers. I'm actually skipping this event. I'm skipping this event.
Speaking of Ares, I really want to see Godan use an Ares event against Zabava. Because you remember when you used Zabava against Ares Zalon, it was a close battle some of the times.
Yeah.
So I'm interested to see how, he would use an Ares against a Zabava, and if
against instead of defending. Exactly, the opposite. It would be interesting. I agree. What's up, Skyrim? Thank you for joining. Corrupted Imperials for Xmas? Yeah, Captain Howdy. Timestamp it, Shy. Zalon predictions. And if you didn't get to see Gasan86's sweet meme of of the DOT community waiting on Zalon predictions with the skeleton on the park bench, check it out.
So this is gonna, away from Dawn of Titans real quick. I heard places have sold out on these 12-foot skeleton things.
You mean like Halloween decorations?
Yeah, 12-foot skeleton Halloween decorations sold out.
That's insane.
Somebody's Halloween plans are a little.
Well, apparently, one of my family members drove by somewhere, and they put this giant 12-foot skeleton on their roof.
Alright.
Oh man, it happened again. Chat's dead. I don't know why YouTube is doing this, because this is on a YouTube thing. People, they
don't like how popular you are.
I guess. I have no idea why.
Because you stopped stirring, Zalon. You gotta keep stirring, and you gotta stir counterclockwise.
I know. I don't know why it's happening. Well, I'm sorry, everybody in the in chat. I'm just gonna keep on streaming. So it's gonna be a join Discord and listen. You can either listen there, talk on Discord if you like, but I'm not gonna be able to read any chat because YouTube is not working right. I don't know why. So.
Oh, there's Chance.
What's going on, Chance? Sorry.
Dude, long time listener. Everybody's better than this.
Hardcore commenter. Yes, Chance. What's going on? And number one villain of the Zalon streams. What's going on, Chance?
Number one.
Oh my goodness.
In the house.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on, buddy. I feel like I love Austin, but I'm like, why are we restarting YouTube all the time now? Is this a thing?
No. No, I don't know why the chat's not working for some reason. It's it's not just the simple fact of like the chat not showing up on the screen. That's Streamlabs, but this is like the chat is just not working. That's crazy.
Huh.
And it works for a while and then just stops. I think I only streamed for like 35 or 39 minutes the first time, so it wasn't even a full hour, which is unfortunate.
Is it in 720 IP? I mean, we don't want to go high def like vintage. You get cut off.
What? Yeah, I know, right? But anyway, I was gonna say, yeah, well, it's in 720. It's not in like 1080. That's the thing. I don't ever do any streams at super high definition. But that doesn't mean anything.
This is a new glitch. We've never seen this before. I don't know what they're trying to do to you, buddy.
Yeah, I know.
Jeez, I heard a rumor about you.
Uh-oh. Stir in the pot, Pisces. What's going on? What's the word on the street?
I heard you might not be in ERU elite for a little bit. Maybe you'll drop out of Prometheo's #1 spot.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I mean, so that's an interesting thing to bring up because
yeah.
That's an interesting thing to bring up because, 2 days ago I was all in. But now I'm like, well, do I go to a war team with Chef and JJ when like everybody has the same tool that can just beat all hotkeys? I don't know. It'd be a weird time to go into a war league. I don't know.
Chance is rethinking his DOT life goals.
Yeah, no, I've always Zalon, nail on the head, right?
Right.
Like I've always wanted to do it. It'd be fun, but then it's like, oh, well, if it was 2 weeks ago, that'd be cool. Like tested all the like fun Porsches and Ferraris, but like, oh, the McLaren F1 is out. Like everybody, pump your brakes. There's nothing that can stop it. So, and everybody's gonna have it. So, I don't know. It's a weird time.
Yeah, I don't know why the chat is broken, and I don't know why for the second time tonight. That's why I had to do 2 small streams. So it's ridiculous.
Dude, no problem.
I know.
Just do part 3 and fix the thumbnail. Let's go.
No, I can't. Yeah, right. That's also on YouTube then.
Get him.
If I was using a PC, I could probably do that correctly.
Nobody cares. You're fine. Everybody's still gonna keep watching.
#1 villain. You're the best.
Vintage in the house.
Oh yeah, vintage in the house. I told you, DOT community, during part 1 that because people were like, "Oh, Vintage's video." I was like, "Relax, everything is going to be just fine." He mentioned multiple times to reassure everyone that he wasn't leaving, even though I know so many people probably did not watch to the end because everyone has super short patience. But I always watch to the end, and he mentioned it multiple times that he's not going anywhere. He's going to the Fringe. Basically, if you're a Star Wars Mandalorian fan, it's just, you know, it's just Vintage and his new puppy, and they're getting in the ship and they're going off and exploring new on the outskirts. Okay, that's what it is. Going from planet to planet.
He's going to the outer rim.
Yeah,
He'll be right back.
Yeah. That's what he said.
I'll put in the occasional call.
Yeah, you know, because that's what it is.
Hologram in, be like, hey, I see you guys. I'm watching.
Yeah,
I'm on my space trip. Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah, so Chance, rethinking the war goals. I mean, war is going to be just stupid for a little while.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, a little weird.
It's like, do I put my Dragon Slayer on defense, or do I use my Dragon Slayer to destroy everything? Or do I have two and I use them for everything?
Yeah, I mean, and don't get me wrong, like, it's fun. Hey, like, every once in a while, like, hey, give a kid a new Porsche. But, like, everybody has it? I don't know.
It's like, yeah, don't throw away the Lamborghini just because you got a Porsche, though, right?
Oh, gosh, yeah, like, God forbid, like, somebody says, like, oh, well, my Life Spark isn't of any value anymore because this guy, but...
It's because people are looking at it, everybody's looking at it as a pyramid situation, so whatever's at the apex
it's just,
top.
Well, it's a lot. You're old enough. I mean, we're all old enough. Like, it gets annoying. Like, every year we're doing this now.
It does bother me because I did have a small list of Titans that I'm like, yeah, I got to get all the relics leveled up. I'm going to have this nice little stable of attackers. Everything's awesome. And then, yes, now I'm seeing that now we're all set to get another small stable of attackers and defenders. That's pretty much what it comes down to.
It's Chance's fault. You're just a bit too slow, Zalon. You don't grind enough.
Grinding enough?
It's not.
True.
No, bro. Like,
I was going to say,
like,
I do need to get more battles in for the relics. I do. But I've been catching up. I've been catching up.
I appreciate the humor, Pisces, but it's about spending money. Like, the people who are on top 5 teams in the world or the number 1 team in the world, like, when they are doing this, it's supposed to, like, really mean something. And when you end up fusing, like, okay, so I'll be honest, Monday morning, I'm going to put a Krothos level 60 into this Infiltrator because it's the bee's knees, right? But, like, shame on that curb. Like, why is the curb so sharp that would even be considered, you know? Like, you made Krothos out to be so cool, the revamped version, not even a month ago. And now people who are on the tip of the spear are like, I could probably throw away a Krothos into the new Infiltrator god. Like, really? Really? That seems a little cheap.
Well,
yeah, I can see, you know, a Titan come out that counters something. Well, like, you got a Titan that say you want to have a Hachi counter.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, Vintage. I was thinking the same thing. But, continue. Yes.
But just because you have a Hachi counter doesn't mean you have to make every single Titan in the game irrelevant.
How would they do that, Vintage? I was trying to think, how could they make the AP high enough that they could beat Hachi, but still make it so that there was other Titans that they wouldn't be able to beat?
Here's how.
Go ahead. I wanted to hear this.
The Storm Maidens, okay, fine. Make the Storm Maidens, you know, good enough to where if you prestige this Titan a bit, you can beat a Hachi. Okay. Because right now, the maidens are way
what would have been acceptable? Because when I watched your video, Vintage, I was thinking all of what we're talking about right now. This is what I was thinking. I was like, what would be the acceptable level to prestige this new Titan up to? Like 8 to start beating Hachi fairly easily?
No. I think you can beat Hachi even at prestige 1, but it should take 4 or 5 minutes.
but then you prestige it to 8 or 10. Yeah, sure.
Right.
You get your minute and a half, 2-minute Hachi kill. Okay?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's the difference.
Here's how you make this Titan not be the destroyer of worlds. If the maidens are going to be this strong, you can't have the infiltrator be a world beater also. You got to pick one or the other. Because now, with the infiltrator, by the way, you can also trash all battalion units. Infiltrator, spearmen, militia, it doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
So now you have an answer to all the battalion units, which Storm Maidens are bad at.
Yep.
But then you have these ridiculous Storm Maidens that kill Panthers and Goliaths. So it's a world beater. It's too much.
Mm-hmm. So
It might have been easier to swallow if, like, Poseidon 2.0, the Imperial version came out, and then this guy was, like, the third or fourth. But, like, to unleash this at the get-go, like, nobody can defend against this for a while.
What would have been the best
crazy?
What would have been the better option if they would have put Storm Maidens as the second or third Dragon Slayer?
Like something lame.
Well, so they should have put the corrupted militia Dragon Slayer first,
or Imperials. Yeah, something.
Imperials are going to be December. Imperials are going to be December.
Because okay, good point. But like something you can still handle, right? But like this,
archers.
Is like
so what? Corrupted archers up first. That could have still been pretty deadly.
Yeah, I guess you're right. I mean, any way you look at it, they're all going to be bad. But this one is, I don't know, pretty big.
Here's what just quadruple sucks. Man, if you got Sparky in the last month,
yes,
dude, that is the all-time kick in the nuts, man.
Hey, guys.
Hey, Val.
Oh, what's up, Val?
Thanks for joining.
Hey, Val.
Yeah, unless you got the DG Titan in the first 6 months and really appreciated no one messing or having any problem with it, like defense or offense, the last 6 months is kind of like, well, okay, it's getting worn out, right? So it only lasts for like a year. So, like, Extinction.
Yeah, imagine the guy that pulled Sparky 2 weeks ago.
Yeah. Or Extinction, who got Necrosa 3 weeks ago, right?
No,
that's brutal, man.
No, he got Sparky a few weeks ago. He's had Necrosa forever.
Oh, that's right. I apologize. Yep. But yeah, the point remains the same. I mean, yeah.
See, I thought they had finally gotten to the place where our Titans would have genuine longevity.
Yeah.
And they just blew it up.
I mean, when I saw the video of the corrupted aura and how much damage the corrupted maidens can do, like you were saying, it's a world beater. There's nothing that can stop it. And I mean, it's not the only Dragon Slayer that they're going to come out with. So, like, are they going to continue to break the game further, or are they going to walk it back?
People have seen on DOT database that the corrupted spearmen and corrupted Imperials, like, their health is ridiculous. Ridiculous.
Yeah, it makes your current Titans junk.
Yeah.
Like, I like the idea of these corrupted troops, but, like, they make Omegas look like a child's play toy.
And just so everybody knows that Vintage is an educated person, Axes of War, and I'm sorry, what's your prestige level on LifeSpark, Vintage?
10.
Oh, so, yeah, there you go.
Yeah, this Titan is way, way more powerful than my Sparky. It's not even close. Oh, and that's at Prestige 1, mind you.
Oh, and just so everybody knows, if you just joined in, the chat is broken. So everything that you're typing in the chat that you're like, why am I the only one in here? It's because the chat has been broken for a little while, unfortunately. Second time it's happened tonight, and there's unfortunately nothing I can do about it.
And just to reiterate, that's all because Zilan did not stir counterclockwise like I told him at the beginning.
I know, Zeno. I didn't stir correctly. I don't know why. But I do have Austin, Pisces, Razgriz, Sage has just joined us, along with Val, Vintage, Chance, and Zeno. So thank you for everybody.
And by the way, you can refresh the stream, and the chat will update.
Oh, does it?
Yeah, it just doesn't live update. You have to refresh for whatever reason.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of people on the stream do not have the latest YouTube update because mine's constantly going. I don't know what you guys are talking about.
Yeah, mine still doesn't work. This is on my old phone, though.
Yeah, I'm just on the PC.
Huh.
Yeah, so with the new Titan, I think the amount that they boosted Stormings was way more than they needed to. Hitting up to 1,925% is absolutely insane. Like, if you look at Achilles, he buffs, archers to like 860%. So like they threw in a whole 1,000 some extra on top of what he could do. So that amount just makes it completely insane.
And just to remind everybody, Pisces, what level are your maidens? Level 20?
Yeah.
Right, so here's a guy who's not even endgame being like, whoa, this is a big swing.
Yeah, I think they just overdid it. Like Pisces, I'm pretty sure with your level 20 Storm Maidens, you're going to be able to beat not all Hachis, but quite a few. I'm talking level 25.
Oh yeah, because right now I use a Sagunga with level 20 Panthers. I crush almost everything. So when you throw on this new Titan that's supposed to be way more OP than all that stuff, I'm definitely going to be crushing Hachimans and stuff. Yeah. I just think they should have, done less damage because it's still an insane number when you look at it. Once you get the max boost on all the Stormings, it's absolutely insane.
Wait from 2 weeks from now when you're fighting a dragon being like, hey, I don't have enough damage. I mean, who knows what they're going to throw at you, but yeah.
Oh, does everybody agree that we should still at least put dragons in as raid boss? I think it would be cool. I think it needs to be done. The dragon slayers need a dragon to slay. Make them different colors, different elements.
If you want a dragon,
Dragon Titan.
I don't think Dragon Titans are going to happen.
You don't have to, like, everybody. Zalana's NDA, like, non-disclosure. We get it, buddy. Like, there's dragons coming. You can admit it. It's fine.
Boss, there's going to be a dragon.
I think that would be cool, but we'll see what happens.
Time will tell.
The question is, what type of dragons? You have different histories. Each history has a different type of dragon, Yeah. You got one that has no wings, and it's just like a snake, but it has arms and legs, Then you got others that looks like a normal dragon that you think of. So
nice.
Really,
what are they? What
dragon are we going to be expecting?
Yes, exactly. Like Zalan, what are they called? What are their names? What are they like?
Well, I mean, I'm just saying they could name them however they like, obviously, but they could have a fire dragon, all sorts of they could do all sorts of different things. And
here, since I'm on hiatus, I'll break my NDA. The first dragon's name is Steve. It's a serpent, and it has 3 heads.
3 heads.
You can just see the DOT developers just like, what are we going to call this first dragon? All of a sudden, you hear Hammy the squirrel from over the hedge. Let's call it Steve.
I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, Chef always jokes with JJ about Freya. And now you have the redesigned Freya coming out. I'm like, you guys need to stop talking about stupid Titans. Like, Freya, come on, listen to this stream. Listen to the Dragon stream.
Yeah, well, we'll see what happens.
Bring that up. What do you think they would reskill Freya with? Is she going to become like an even?
Are they going to turn her into a Frigg 2.0 or something?
Or like an actual attacker type thing?
It's 2.0. You can't re-release the original Frigg right now for sure.
Yeah, I think it's going to be Frigg-like in that I think Freya's going to be a super-duper mega tank. But, again, I don't see any individual Titan ever stopping this first Dragon Slayer.
No, and I'm just curious to see what other Dragon Slayers they bring out. I just hope that they balance this, because as it is right now, it's like, why bother using any other Titan?
So, here's an honest question. Even if Freya had 100 million health, do you think that would stop this new Titan? I don't.
Probably not, no.
I think this Titan could put out 1 billion damage over the course of a 5-minute battle.
Oof.
Yeah, and it highlights the bigger problem, guys, which is that they don't play test these things. They don't actually look at their meta and have somebody who actually is qualified to play test the game, understands how the players are playing it, and then they go ahead and release some lame brain Titan like this that negates everything you've done for the last 6 months. And just like Vintage said, and shout out to you, Vintage, for that amazing video that you did earlier today. I agree with 100% with everything you said in that video. You know, how can you recommend to your, you know, I'm a leader of a major alliance. We're about to become even bigger, and I have to recommend Titans for people in my alliance to get.
I know. It's brutal.
How the hell can I do that with conscience? I figured it out today. I did the calculations. I'm going to be on a bit of a rant here, Zolan. Sorry.
It's all right. I'm still grinding. I got plenty of Conquest battles. Go ahead.
Right. So I figured it out today. With the amount of people that are in my alliance, I'm responsible for about between $30,000 and $40,000 in 1 week to recommend or not recommend a Titan for the people that I have influence over in my alliances. Now, I don't know about anybody else here, but I take that as a personal responsibility that I'm not going to be trying to influence people to spend that kind of money in a game that gives absolutely zero shit about anybody that's playing this game. That is
long term. Remember, long term. Yes.
Well, come on. It's either
because remember, short-term players always are the rotating around the money. They love the short-term player.
Right. I mean, look, I'm not begrudging them trying to make money, but when you're investing thousands of dollars since the last time this happened, okay? And by the way, Vintage, this isn't going to be Apocalypse 2.0. This is going to be Exodus 2.0. Because the last time they did this with the stupid horde, whatever you call it, the Horde Apocalypse, you know, I lost about 20 players out of my main team that were super hitters. Okay?
Yeah.
I've only just recovered now, and I'm about to do a huge merge with Unknown, and they pull this crap. How many players am I going to lose this time over this? You know, it's the natural motion has to be the absolute, and I don't care. I know you guys, you know, you guys try to do a good thing for them, but they got to be the worst game company on the planet that they would do this to your account on a consistent basis. You know, after 6 months, every 6 months, you're resetting your account. Why should you spend that kind of money for nothing?
I think they really missed the target in that I can see this Titan being, say, a tuned-up Zeus, right? Where it's excellent maidens, and its job is to go out and kill Panthers and Goliaths. I get it. But because the Titan, just the Titan, is so insane, now that combination of two things means you destroy everything.
Yeah.
It's just, man, it's just such a kick in the sack.
Everything you've acquired in the last few weeks, Achilles, Ares, everything, Vintage already went over it. It's done. There is no Titan. Every Titan in this game is worthless. Every defense is now worthless. You're starting from absolute zero. And who the hell wants to spend that kind of money? You know, people are investing in their account. You know, this isn't just a matter of, you know, money machine for natural motion. I know that they see it that way, but it's just completely ridiculous. And it's such a simple solution. All you do is you plan further out ahead. You give time for an actual play tester to see what's possible in the meta, maybe in conjunction with the community, because that's the other problem is they don't actually, you know, this is our only way to communicate with the frickin' devs. Well, how ridiculous is that? I tell you one thing: if a real game company comes in and they're starting to, like with some of these big games, I can't remember what the hell that game's called.
Call of Duty.
Call of Duty, right?
Thanks, Val.
These game companies that come in with Call of Duty and other games like this, these guys are done. They have no idea how to keep their customers happy and even interested in the game. Now, I'm not saying I'm quitting or anything. At this point, I'm going to probably lay.
There it is. Okay, that leads into my counterpoint, Sage. Like, exactly, dude. Exactly. Like, every time a meta rolls around, people have been playing for like 3 or 4 years. It's like, oh, you want to throw your phone at the wall? But like, okay, Vintage, bro, you got an Osiris. Like, even if you dip out of this new meta, like, you get this Lightning Titan for sure. Like, you always come back, baby.
Yeah, but I mean,
Right.
I haven't warred seriously since the Horde Apocalypse.
Yeah, but hold on, Chance. I'll tell you something. I'm seriously considering it, and I wasn't before.
I understand. I get it.
Right? So it puts that thought in my mind. You also have to understand that I can't just quit like that. I'm responsible for a lot of people. So if I'm going to quit, I have to come up with an exit plan to do so. Otherwise, I'm just a dick.
Well, and
Very
Sage,
true.
I've
just
never
happened.
been a
This
leader
just
of an
happened
alliance,
too.
but,
So obviously,
I mean,
that would take some time as well. And what's up, Godan?
Right.
Thank you for joining. And chat is back, so I can see everything again. And I don't know
Here's
why.
the real solution, guys. Because I know of a guy who's going to be in my alliance real soon. We're merging with Unknown. There's a guy in there. A lot of guys have questions about whether or not he's a hacker or not. But he has prestiged every Titan. Okay? And by the way, that's another thing Natural Motion just did, is they screwed prestige. What's the point of prestiging anything anymore? It's a complete waste. They've ruined their altar. There's no point in clicking on that altar to buy Prestige Titan, because
I will give you that. I will give you that. That was a big
right.
Yeah,
it's
like first of all, okay, so first of all they sprung Prestige on us, and then they didn't warn us about the new meta. Like, yo, but I mean, yeah that's the game we play, bro.
So either this game,
you just did, Val,
is made for idiots, and we don't know that we're the idiots because we keep paying, or Natural Motion has absolutely no idea what they're doing. I thought with Hachiman and the recent things that they kind of figured out this perfect meta where you only allow the Titan that you can get with divine gems, 15,000 divine gems, is the only one that can crack the best defender. What a perfect setup, because it keeps it rare enough that not everybody's going to have it, and the players who are competitive are going to go and get that and play in the top leagues. It's perfect.
Right.
The only Titan they should have ever released that should have beat Hachiman would have been a divine Titan. Otherwise, if you give it to everybody, it's just garbage. So
that's not even the problem, though, dude. Like, that's not even the problem. Like, Hachiman was going to be beat, like, 5-6 months into it. Like, hey, I get that you can beat him, but, like, what it takes to do it is real low. And so that just scares everybody else, being like, well, what else craziness is coming? Because the first off the bat really is strong.
Yeah, but they had the perfect formula, is my point. They had the perfect formula. All they had to do was keep doing that.
Dude, their perfect formula is every October we're gonna pay out. Like, that's their formula. Yeah. Like, you guys will eventually come around to it. Like, enjoy some DG Titans in January. See how long they last. Like, dude, I spend $100 a week. Like, no problem.
Right.
I get it. Like, you're responsible for 32 players, but, like, at the personal, individual level, like, Vintage, everybody who's, like, doing tournament, alliance, major event wars, and, like, the pish-posh ones just because they don't have it or they want some prestige food for $100 a week, like, yeah, shame on DOT, for sure.
Right.
Yeah, but Chance, I mean, Sage has a different perspective, and I share the perspective in that him being a leader of Alliance and me doing event overviews, we feel like we're telling people to either spend their money or not spend their money.
Tens of thousands of dollars.
It's brutal, dude. All these people that I told to get Hachiman, Nergal, etc., it's now trash, and they're thinking, oh my gosh, why did I spend $250 getting those Titans?
Well, and Vintage, like, bless your heart, thank you for saying that and being vulnerable about it, because, like, hey, listen up. Like, the reason he doesn't want to do videos anymore is because he knows that it's not just his alliance. If he says, like, blah, 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 people will move that way. And so now he's just like, whoa, this has gotten too crazy.
Soulman's change. The Soulman's change. Yes, exactly.
No, that was your fault, though, wasn't it? Just kidding.
That happens, too. That does happen with the test account. Soulman's change.
I'm kidding, Vaughn.
Thank you, Val.
If you consider what it would cost you to prestige all your Titans, okay, and you are in the current meta like now, forget about Zabava for a second, because she's going to destroy everything I'm going to say. But just think about what it would cost you.
A boat.
Right?
Go on.
To prestige all of that and get all that going. And you're gonna prestige all that, you're gonna get all that going, and then you're gonna have to do it again.
Right. Yeah, like, oh, right. Yep. That's the nightmare. Right. Yep. Nail on the head right there. It's like, whoa. Right? Everybody who thought all the collectors were so cool, right? And now everybody's like, whoa, nope, we don't have any food left. We have doubles of some Titans, but we don't have any food to prestige.
Right? And the sad part is that this community is amazing. There's some I've met amazing people in this game. I love this game. I hate the way that they screw it up. Like, they're terrible at it. They clearly do not understand their own game, or they wouldn't be doing this.
I think they're crushing it. They're taking money out of my pocket, and I'm letting them. Like, I love it. Like,
well, we can't stay away from it. All of that money. We should take all that money in this community, because they're not really responsible for the community. We made that, and we should put all that money. For the amount of money that all of us, the whole community, that's pretty much united on this, spends on this game, we can hire someone to make our own game, and fuck Natural Motion. Sorry for the
all right, yeah, watch it, Sage.
Yeah, a little aggressive.
All right, yeah.
But no, and so that is to the point of a lot of YouTubers. You know, it's like, hey man, like, I can really like iron out a lot of issues before they're even issues, a week or two before anybody knows about anything. And so that is the current of all the game problems that people like want to say, like, oh, the Goliaths run off the map, or the maps are too big, or Panthers poke a crap, or Panthers are too strong. Like, really? The real issue is communication. It's not about in-game play, because like in-game play gets fixed real quick if there's an open line of communication.
Well, some of the House, thank you for joining. Nice to see you. Zabava and me are pouring it on tomorrow as I listen to Ride the Lightning. Really, House? Yes, House just loves the tip of the meta, so he doesn't really care. Some players are going to be all about it. Others, of course, not so much.
Gotta do it.
In Fury's case, he got a life spark a week ago, so he's one of those players that are in that situation. Because, I mean, Fury is a hardcore grinder, okay? So he takes... I'm not going to say it takes him a long time to accrue DGs as much as everyone else, because Fury can pretty much complete every event. So he can definitely accrue a max DGs on a pretty regular basis. But still, you want to be able to spend them the best way you possibly can. So, I mean, in this case, Fury may be feeling regretful in that case, but I still think Life Spark is going to be fun to play with, but it may be on that level of getting an Achilles, when people say, oh, they're going to be great for events and to play, but at the same time, it's not going to be the one that you're always going to be going out to actually attack people back with. So, I think people that spend 15k DGs, that's what they're looking for. They're looking for something to actually use.
Luckily, I didn't. I have 16k, which the first I've made it that high.
Oh,
and I was gonna pull, but I was told not to.
Yeah, well, Val, congratulations on getting to that point in your DGs, and also for being thrifty and thinking, you know what, maybe I should wait until we actually see what the situation is, because I'm gonna still continue to keep harping on that, because it could easily be a week, 2 weeks, that we find out what these new altars are all about, and we see that either the price reduction on relics, which is going to could be very great for the community. It could be something that we do praise the developers on. Now, just remember, that does occasionally happen where things do work out. But I'm not going to say it is going to happen, because it may not. They may just add another altar in that's more expensive, and that's it. And people will be not so happy. But they did mention already that the new relics will be in their own separate altar, and they did mention that the new Divine Titans are going to be in their own individual altars, and Lifespark and Necrosis can still get pulled. Will Lifespark and Necrosis price go down? I think that kind of was determined by the all the videos on Zabava so far. So I think their price should go down, just for the simple fact that they're not going to be on the same level as these 2 new Titans that come out.
Well, and I just want to chime in and say this to the fact that as a player, for myself, who I was out of the game for about 10, 11 months, and I think the last major Titan I pulled was Raw. And at the time, it was like, oh, he's really good. And now it's like, food. It's a revolving door. But the other thing, too, that we as a community have to also kind of just calm down, being released. Now, are the developers going to look at this, pay attention, and be like, okay, this is actually breaking the game. We're seeing this now. And because a lot of companies do this. They release something, they don't test it, because in their mind, the testing is the release of it, which is a little unfair. I don't like it, but that's just what they do. And then after a week or two...
No, Roz, this is not going to get scaled back. It's going to get more intense. I promise you. Trust us. It's not going to get scaled back, bro.
Well, I would hope, there's always a hope, but even if it doesn't, what are they going to do?
So did we 2 years ago. It's always a new meta. It's always a thing.
Sorry, but why would you get Sparky when new ones were announced? Well, Zarkun, it's up to, the player. I mean, if Fury wanted to get Life Spark and was just itching to enjoy him. Now, he says here in the chat that, yes, I bet, but yes, having fun with him on Conquest. I mean, yeah, exactly. It just depends on your level of play and what you're really looking for in the game. So if he decided to do it, maybe he's got more divine gems than 15k. It's all very possible. So,
yeah, but if Life Spark was 1,000 divine gems today, knowing what you know today, would you even spend 1,000 divine gems on Life Spark?
Ooh,
1,000? Guaranteed? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I would.
I wouldn't.
You wouldn't?
This new Titan's better.
Not 1,000. You just said 1,000 DGs though. That's like 2 events. That's not even that long. I mean, it's not even.
Dude, I got swampland in Florida to sell you too. You want that?
1,000 DGs though? That's not that much. I don't know. That just doesn't seem that much. I mean, if you were saying like 5 or 10,000, then I'd say probably not.
Right. Yeah, but look at it from Zalon, look at it from the other way though. The dude has the perfect freaking Life Spark, and he's like, I wouldn't sell it to you for 1,000 DGs. That's
right.
compared to the new Titan.
Yeah, I'd rather pull an old school divine relic.
Well,
I mean, knowing what you know today, this new Titan in the event tomorrow is just way better than Life Spark.
Oh yeah. Well, I don't disagree on that aspect, but just the simple fact that we'll probably just get the Necrosa and Life Spark offered in early next year, because I keep on thinking that that's what's going to happen January, February, and those less exciting months of the year when it comes down to events, that they're going to toss in some of the older Divine Titans, because they've done it before. And around that time,
well, they'll end up becoming like Oni and Huntress,
and
not really useful.
And Aurea and Urkon, but Aurea can be useful. Still useful. I still enjoy her.
Sore subject. Yeah, there you go.
Shouldn't they give the people who got those Titans free stuff, since they did this mistake?
They don't see this as a mistake, though. They see this as a shrewd business move.
This is just this is how new Titan sets are released, and sometimes this is the unfortunate effect of it. We've had the Greek Titans come out. And that was Athena, and trust me, there wasn't that much of a huge uproar when that happened. We had the Norse gods come out. We had Thor. People thought Thor looked cool, but Thor really wasn't all that great. We had the Egyptian Titans come out. We had Anubis in the beginning. Anubis was cool, because definitely had some interesting terror effects, but still wasn't the best.
People thought Thor was cool because of his level 5 Norse relic, but then people found out, I can put this on other stuff, and it's even better.
Well, yeah.
But then Thor went bye-bye.
Yeah, most of those first Titans of all those sets were, again, hyped, because they were the first, and a majority of people got them because they were the first, but they really weren't all the best. But, Storm Maidens, when just the troop Storm Maidens came out, they busted the game at that time. So now that we have the first of the corrupted maidens, they are busting the game again. So it is something that we have seen before.
But yeah, that was the Kronos. That was the Kronos downfall with the Athena and the Zeus guys.
So,
well, we're gonna have to wait, like Vincent said. We're gonna have to wait for the, to see what the new Divine Titans are gonna be, if they're actually gonna be meta. And they usually last about a year. So if they are meta, you're still taking a bet, but you're probably going to have a good chance that it's going to be the best Titan you can get for the next year. So it's a good time to invest in it.
Sage, I don't know, man. Sage, I think you're right, but I think there's going to be a better defensive Titan to replace Hachi sooner than that.
Yeah, but
it's a good night, trouble.
I guess. Yeah, they're going to have to. Otherwise, but it'll be like this for a few weeks at least.
I know. I'm thinking like 2 weeks, yeah.
Right. So
I just want to see what other, because we know that, we've got this event coming up. We've got the Freya reskill. We've got the, Theaters of War Lightning?
We do have TOW coming. Yes, we have TOW coming. And also, if you're looking maybe at some prestige food, a lightning prestige food, think about that too.
October is going to have a Halloween Titan, all this stuff. There's going to be so much stuff. And, I was going to do this event up to 14K to get Sagunga because I don't have that Titan. But now I'm kind of just like, okay, hold on, because I'm one of those players that I try to spend as little as possible type of thing. And now I'm kind of just like, okay, if this is the first Titan out of this series that's going to be this strong, if, to what everyone's saying, they don't scale it back, are these Titans going to just continue to get more and more powerful? I kind of want to see where this goes.
Well, even if you're still into the new meta, I just hope we don't lose a lot of players. That's one of my biggest concerns. And obviously, I don't want people to waste their money. They didn't have to ruin everyone's account. But I think that if you're going to rebuild your account, duplicates are pointless. Like people who go out and have, 3 Aries or 2 Hachimans or whatever. There's no point in building a second version of it because it's unless you got the money, but and you're okay with
but Sage, that's a great point. Did you see when Chef Base God did the rollout for this blog?
No, didn't see it.
So, I made the joke. I was like, hey, man, yeah, it all sounds great, but I'm going to really miss, you and Churro and Vintage, because, you guys always hide in the corner when there's new meta.
Okay.
Because it's right. It truly is, and I think Vintage undersells it by saying it's the Horpocalypse 2.0, because right after that, there was, maybe before it, I forget, but there was the Maidens that came out. So then you had Maidens, so now you lacked elemental resist and you lacked void resist, right? So there was no defense for a good second, and all the old guys were like, peace. But yeah, so I feel like this is it's deja vu all over again.
For sure.
Zarkoon says can't wait for Corrupted Panthers. BMT says can't wait for Corrupted BMT. Oh wait, he's here already. Very good point, BMT. We're going to have to cast Terror Spell on Corrupted BMT, see what happens.
Can we squish him? Oh, he's a Goliath. Never mind. He just wanders around.
Right? Yeah.
Chance likes to stir the pot.
Yes, he does. See,
I want to get him on here.
That's why Xenochrist is probably one of Chance's #1 fans. So.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, yes, my following builds.
Yeah. See? #1 villain. #1 villain. The best.
Yeah. You and Val will be there. It's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right.
No Chance. Don't make that joke.
Yeah, right.
Instead of Jim, it's gonna be Chance.
Right?
Bad Chance.
Yeah.
Bad Chance. It's okay. Zalon's explaining all this stuff, and I'm like, should I be paying attention to this because he knows something's coming, or
well,
is this
I'm just saying there's definitely things on the horizon. Things to look forward to. I would say Halloween event definitely look forward to. I'd like to see some new relics, Corrupted Horde, maybe even new Terror Invoker. We'll see. We'll see if that kind of situation may happen, because I just feel like the Terror spell with Halloween is kind of a linked together kind of situation.
You gotta have it. Yeah.
Exactly. Maybe the Halloween Titan may also have a new troop involved because of those leaks that I'm sure a majority of you have already seen on some of my previous streams recently. So maybe we'll get a new Omega troop that is special to the Halloween Titan. That would be cool. Coolness factor. A lot of times, Brain mentioned this on one of my streams recently, and that was that a lot of the same, damage, armor, health, all the different aspects of the base math that we deal with in the game, of how everything works, is still the same thing. Well, we do, of course, have a lot of different skills, summons, now corrupted troops, spells, extra invokes, all sorts of different things in the game that make things, I believe, different, exciting, more strategy to the game.
More
obviously,
complex, yeah.
right now we're at the lowest point of strategy of the year. Right now, I agree. Many people will agree with that statement because the strategy right now is get this Titan tomorrow and be able to dominate. That is pretty much what the game is right now. Unfortunately, I don't like to say that because it's sad. It's sad, but that is the
I've seen
current
this movie
strategy.
before. Yeah, right.
So when it comes down to what everything that we have to look forward to in the future is something that's actually going to be able to defend against this, which is going to be more ramped up because all the corrupted troops have ramped up skills. If you would like to see these numbers of what corrupted troops can be, go to dotdatabase.net. Also, October is the month that Yuki does have to pay server fees, so if you are so very kind to possibly donate, scroll to the bottom, you will notice there's a donate and or Patreon links at the very bottom. So let Yuki show your appreciation, if you wouldn't mind. But you can see the corrupted troops stats on there, and you can see that they're pretty ridiculous. So I can imagine.
I think ridiculous is putting it mildly.
Yes, and you're going to see that whatever the next Dragon Slayer defender or Titan is going to be, it's going to be a defender. There's no way they can come out with another attacker. People will be quite upset if that is the case, I believe. As myself.
Zolon, is it true that you won't see the dragon before the next corrupted troop development? Is that a real thing?
Wait, what do you mean?
So, like, Infiltrator, corrupted troop, maiden, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, is it true that before the next corrupted troop, there is going to be an actual dragon for you to attack that with?
Well, no, it just depends if they decide to integrate that with Raid Boss, and if they decide to do that. I mean, it would make sense.
Okay,
it would
so
help. It would help the developers be able to, because they have to create. They have to go in.
Because now that Raid Boss is broken,
they have to pick They have to pick a Titan to be the Raid Boss, and then they're like, all right, we have to give them ridiculous skills. It makes a lot more sense. Just create a dragon, make them different colors, so that each one of them is going to be different. So then, obviously, we go up against a different style element / also they can have all sorts of crazy troops that you bring in. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
on the different plinths or whatever, yeah.
Well, it's just Raid Boss. Raid Boss is just the same thing.
Oh, is it always the same on Raid Boss?
Well, I just meant as the what's it called?
Because I feel like if you're going to do dragons, you could plinth it out. Like, do like 4 different styles, 3 different styles of dragons.
Oh, you could just make it into just because they could do Raid Boss, obviously, with Titans, and then they could do Raid Boss with dragons. and just make them opposite events.
Well, yeah, and like, hey, like you can do it with like Lithotar with your summons, but like, what if there's an anti-summons thing and you need an infiltrator, and then the last one you have to do with a ranger, or else it doesn't work. You know, all the different kinds of things.
What's up, Gaming on the Dark Side? You have a newer channel for DOT content, and it was referred to me by Seth Roth, and it on his most recent video, and I checked it out, and it's really good. So I would highly suggest people, if you want to check out Gaming on the Dark Side's channel, it's some really good content. Also, Free to Play Zeus has also posted some new videos recently, and I also was checking them out, and they're very good. And Pricey Shark too as well posted some videos recently. So
very good, very good.
And they were all very good. Yeah, it was Seth Roth. He put it. I think he put it in his comments section. It said, hey, check out this guy because he if you want somebody that has similar style to me, because he feels like he's passing on the torch, at least, because he does appreciate good content. I know, because Seth Roth.
He'll be back. He'll be back.
Oh, Nick Hill just subscribed. Thank you. Yeah, it is true. Seth Roth does have a tendency of coming back. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. We might be able to reel him back. We'll see.
I was sad that he left, and then someone said, "Oh, he'll be back."
Oh, so other people know it as well. It's funny. He might be listening right now, or might be catching this on the rewatch, and he's probably laughing. He's like, "No, I'm not coming back." Ha 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 ha. Joker laugh, you know. So we'll see. Big shoes. Well, Gaming on the Dark Side, you definitely have a style, which is good. I would stick with it because it definitely is appreciated, because a lot of the DOT YouTubers all have different styles, and I do like that. It makes it so that things are not all very similar, and there's a lot of different opinions from all different types of game. Yeah,
Zalon is the professional one.
I am not. I am not the professional.
Yes, you are. You're
I am
very
not the
well
professional.
behaved.
I prefer
You're
to.
very good.
I prefer to be the guy. I prefer to be the guy that what's it called? Just assembles the parties. I'm not.
Okay.
If I can accrue, as many players together, newer players, older players, and everything else, so that everyone could share information, enjoy the
discussion,
game,
right?
The discussion. Okay. The back and forth and everything else. I feel like that is my biggest accomplishment, and also my biggest attribute to be able to provide that for the community. So. And your biggest harassment on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. Right. I don't have this relic. Leave me alone. Right. That's very true. I gotta get rid of something real quick. So hold on. What'd you get rid of? I had to do something. Hold on. All right. Now I had the last person to subscribe, which I do appreciate. Every once in a while, Streamlabs, when an alert comes up on the screen, it'll just kind of ghost image right there, and then it just stays on the screen. So yeah. They can just be a little bothersome if you are watching the stream periodically, which, especially with the chat, can't believe that, YouTube. Let me down. All right, I got to get rid of my gold real quick. We're going to change this from Zalon's YouTube to Zalon's, what's that called? Podcast. Oh, yeah, podcast, that's right. Well, I do appreciate everybody in the chat, though, and all the contributions, because... The original Slim Shady. Oh, really? Thank you, Lawrence Wicks. Zalon, are you ignoring chat because you're too popular? I'm not ignoring chat. I'm not ignoring chat. Okay. No. Okay. Well, yeah, you're always supposed to be there, Chance, but we know that you don't jump on that. Hey, I would if I had a wrench. I don't feel respected. Oh, you don't feel respected. Where's your dabs at, BMT? Above, below? Get him on that. It's so funny. Erica, I doubt it would be too soon, but would be cool to see Corrupted Horde for Halloween. I agree, Erica. I also want to see a JJ stream, because Erica is one of the people that does extremely well on JJ streams. I do appreciate you for being here. Anybody else?
Buffalo, I'm giving you a shout out to you hitting my garrison with a level 1 Titan. I love you.
Oh, yeah?
Love you, dog.
Oh, and House, if you can jump on Discord, that'd be appreciated as well. I'd like to hear what's been going on in the world of House.
Yeah, we aren't crazy enough. Let's go.
Goodness.
Right. But any other soapboxes for anybody on Discord? I'd love to hear any other opinions on any other topics. Oh, actually, Sage specifically. Any more word on anything that's been better or fixed with the battle log since the update?
Val, let it fly.
What?
No. He's asking you, Val.
No, I was asking Sage.
He's asking Sage.
I was actually. Yeah.
I'm not aware that there's any fix done on that. We're kind of involved in a big war in Legends, so it really hasn't been an issue.
Yeah. But okay, real quick, Sage, real quick, with all the opinions and everything tonight, I just want to know, with your current war that you're in, are you enjoying yourself?
Well, I'm not personally there, but I'm still managing the whole behind the scenes, right?
Yeah.
And part of it is, right. I enjoy that part a lot. Yeah.
Okay. Just want to make sure. Just to hear from somebody who's in a warring either situation or even from your position, if you're having a good time, because that's good to hear.
But I imagine that tomorrow everybody will not be having a good time.
No,
okay.
We will not be.
Because the war will be over and ruined, because every single player in Legends will have that Titan, and depending on how fast they level it, it's kind of like everybody's garrison is going to be bubbled now.
So do you imagine? Are you saying that basically all those players? So we're talking like first day top 50 is going to be at 1 million souls, because there's going to be that many people that want to complete the event that quickly.
Oh yeah.
Oh, for sure. I mean, happened every time. It's happened every time, and that's why they're going to make money off it. There's no kidding. I mean, there's no doubt that this is a money maker for them, and it's a shrewd business decision and all that. But it's so short. It's such a short-term, short-sighted thing. They could have built this community in this game into this amazing long-term thing, but they're so short-sighted that they just want to, it's just a money machine to them. And, eventually the game will die. That's the sad part.
Yes.
The game that we love will die with this model. Mm-hmm. It's inevitable. And, that's it. I mean, we'll be on to something else, and it'll be sad because this great community will be dismantled.
Yes, it will be. And I do dread the day that it happens, and that I have to I will live stream to the end, DOT community, just so you know. Like, for instance, I will be live, possibly with other streamers at the same time, to watch the servers go down. And I will battle with Kobar. I promise you. All right? So, continue.
It'll be interesting to see what happens tomorrow in Legends.
Yeah, it will.
Because I like I said, I max prestige my hot sheet on Sunday.
Oh, Val.
And not very many people can get through it right now. So
you've been enjoying your lists of greens?
I have. I mean, I'm not good at beating Hachi right now. So, like, the people that can beat me, I can't hit back. But we'll see how tomorrow goes.
Pisces says, I look forward to new relics. What happened to him complaining about relic storage? I am looking forward to hopefully more relic storage. We'll see what happens. But we were talking about that on the first portion of this live stream, about relic storage and how bad it is.
It is. I'm over 1,000 battles right now.
Oh yeah.
And I've had to stop playing and forge 5 times.
Wow.
Since Conquest, just trying to get, and I had my storage. I did your little thing where I made sure that my spells weren't maxed and my troops weren't maxed and my treasury was empty, and I keep having to stop playing because I have to forge.
Yeah. Well, I mean, making sure you're not getting troops and spells in there is one thing, but when you battle that much, it's inevitable, especially with all the titans that are dropping.
Right.
It is gonna with all the titans dropping in this conquest, it is gonna make leveling this new titan up fairly easy, which again makes it so that tomorrow's event, making Legends League and Masters League a complete mess, I believe. So, because many players are gonna level this titan up fairly quickly, even before the fusion event, I believe. Also, all the XP potions. A lot of people are getting a lot of 2-star, 3-star XP potions in this event. I know I have. Let's just take a quick peek. But I'm pretty certain I'm sitting on a crap ton.
It could change the outcome of the war in Legends, for sure. We don't know what the impact will be. It really depends on how fast people get their Titans and how fast they get them leveled. I know that one thing that will happen in Masters and below is all the little punks will come out, and now...
all the little punks! Oh, man.
Yeah. All the little punks will come out, and they'll hit my perfect Hachi. I got an ideal Hachi with the Bow of Gods. That's done now. So now all the punks are going to come out, and the only solution for that is to camp them. So we're back to those tactics, team tactics.
Mm-hmm.
I liked the strategy, though. I liked how only certain people could hit Hachi, and you had to learn the strategy, and it gave you a new way. Like, even though I've been playing this game for so long, I'm a maxed player, you still have to learn. As each Titan comes, you have to, even with, Frigg, you have to learn how to use her. You have to learn how to use... That's what I loved about the game.
Mm-hmm.
And with this one, I mean, it kind of negates that.
Yes, very much so.
For people who play the game for the strategy and to...
Exactly. Because if I can get on and do what I did on my live stream the other day, anybody can do it, okay? Anybody can do it. If I can do it live, my gosh, it does not take much. So.
Yeah. And we'll see.
I mean, if they don't put pentastacks available tomorrow, I think they're kicking themselves. Because if they provide, because that was the other thing I was asked, I think on a stream the other day, was if they're gonna put packages out with relics and everything. If they put pentastacks out, I'm sure there's going to be a ridiculous amount of players that will be finishing tomorrow. So it's going to be.
Well, there'll be a lot of players finishing right away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So. And you will be. It sounds like you're going to be one of them, Val. Is this true?
I'll be done in half an hour or so on.
Oh, so
yeah.
half an hour, Sage. Just.
He's beat my time in getting an event completed. So.
Right. Oh wow.
Yeah. My shortest is an hour, so he's got me beat.
Wow, it's pretty impressive, Sage.
Val watched it, so it's verified.
I did.
Wow.
I was witness to it.
That's insane.
Yeah. I thought it was pretty cool. We're kind of testing to see how fast, right? Because I always complete events super fast.
Well, wait, Sage, is that with when after they've added the option to get a pentastack, or was that with just quad stack?
So pentastack is the 5-star.
It's the 5-star, yeah.
Yeah, that time was I had stacked 5, 4, 3, and 2 on a Titan, and I was hitting an event mini, so that I would be guaranteed a win. And by doing that, you can complete the event in half an hour.
Nice.
Yeah, obviously you lose a tiny bit on the XP, but if you were purchasing that that pack, the Pentastack as you call it, then it really didn't matter anyways. You were going to be at exactly the right amount of souls, and so it was just about doing it quick. We just tested it out, and it was fun.
Well, awesome. Glad to hear that it works out well for people that need it, because in all honesty, there are definitely players that cannot spend the time to be able to grind out events because they do have to be busy with real life and family and everything else. So,
right. I think it's gonna be
I super appreciate that. I mean, I spent far too much time on this game already. If I can do an event quickly, I mean, even if it's an hour, that's not that much.
That's the trade-off. That is, when you are a paying player in this game, that is the trade-off. If you have things going on, I do plenty of times. I'm going to be away on the weekends, especially visiting with Princess Z. And when I do such, I try to finish the event by usually Friday if I can, or a majority of it, get to like maybe 20k, and then grind as much as I can. And then on Sunday, if I need to put another relic or two in, I will. If I'm going all the way. So. This time around for this event tomorrow, though, I see myself finishing probably on Friday. And then the Saturday, Sunday will be a grind of the bonus. Because there's a good chance that to be in top 50, it's going to be Finish Plus. So, yes. That's pretty much what I'm looking at. So...
You said you're probably gonna.
All right, boys, I gotta go. I gotta go.
Money?
All right,
I gotta go.
See you later, Chance.
See you, Chance.
All right, bye.
So
Bye,
yes,
Chance.
Austin, I have, I believe 12 relics. Saved up right now, plus like the 5 I think we get in the event. I don't know if we get 6 or not. I just don't know. I forget about that.
You get 6 in the event.
Oh, we do get 6 in this event. Okay, so I would have like 18 relics. And then also 2, I was thinking about possibly getting 2 of the $14 packs, and then probably after that it'll just be straight grind. So, and that, that's just going to be all gems and the portal stones that they give us in the event.
So that answers my question.
What? Like what my game plan was? Yeah, I'm gonna.
Yeah, because you said that you were planning on finishing Friday.
Yep, I'm gonna get 20.
Asked if you're gonna spend money.
Yeah, 26 by Friday, and then after that it'll just be all bonus souls. So, Christian Woods, I do plan on streaming. Let's see, today is Wednesday. Yeah. I think I'll stream Friday night my regular time. I think that'll probably be a regular, thing for at least the next few weeks. So Friday night, 8 p.m. What's up, Chris Johnson? What's up, Gizzo?
You can hit all garrisons, Zalon.
Oh, yeah. Oh, should I hit all garrisons on Friday night at 8 o'clock?
You can hit all garrisons.
All garrisons. We'll do the event all garrison. That should that be another bucket list thing to do in December and January? Play a solo event all garrison. That'd be pretty insane.
I'll be happy hitting garrisons again.
Right. Well, that's the thing. You have to look at it this way. As much as you're losing your precious defense, you're also getting the offense that you've always wanted. Because so many times players that talk about like okay, Chef Base God says, I'm so excited for a new attacker that can take down Hachi so much easier because I'm tired of going through the Hachi battle motions. There's a lot of players in the war situation that probably feel the same way. So, giving now, like Vintage said, and I was really curious about this earlier, and I was trying to ask as many questions on what his opinions were when it came down to making Zabava a Hachi killer, but not a killer of everything else. Because I know I really do want a Hachi killer, and I think a lot of other players do too. But if Zabava wasn't able to kill everything else, that would have been okay. And also Zabava should have been a hiked up prestige, like maybe 6 or higher, to make it as easy as it is to do at prestige 1 right now. So it should have just had a little bit more of a higher difficulty level. Obviously, even at prestige 1, you could have been able to beat Hachi, but as you're able to beat Hachi currently right now with other Titans, that's kind of the whole scaling that I know Vintage was referring to earlier, and I totally agree, and I'm on board with that, because it should have been a Hachi killer. I believe that's that was necessary, but it's just way too far and beyond, and that was the what's pushing a lot of players to their limits on.
Well, I don't have a problem personally with having a Hachi killer, but I totally agree with Vintage and you in that it should be.
Oh, you cut out, Sage.
Sorry. Yeah, it should be a situation where there's a foil for it, and of course they're going to release a foil that we're going to pay. But the thing was, they didn't have to nerf everything. Like, they nerfed the entire account. Mm-hmm. That is just really bad planning on their part, or maybe they I don't know how this type of thing happens, how their organization is structured, or how they vet for quality and stuff like that. But it just seems like it doesn't seem very smart, because now you've invested all this time, all this money. And now you have to decide whether or not you're going to do it again. And that's what players are ultimately faced with tomorrow is, am I going to be willing to spend the money and rebuild? Now, if you spend that $112 or $120 every week, and that's your entertainment fund, and you're okay with it because you love the game, then, hey, it's no problem.
And you're working from home, and you're getting all sorts of either unemployment or your
whatever,
or all your summer plans were obviously foiled, and you just have that extra summer slush fund,
Right. But most people then that in my experience playing this game are not in that situation. Some of them are actually playing this game so that they during the pandemic and all this other stuff, that there is something good in their life. Maybe they like some of the people they play with, and like the teams.
The game is their escape, and the community is their social aspect.
Right, and so part of that's been ruined, and that's why I think people get so emotional. I'm a bit emotional about it myself, because I care about the people that I play with, and honestly I love this game so on. To see it being trashed, it bothers me, because it makes me consider going and playing another game, and I don't know if I'm going to like it as much,
Yeah. Oh, I've tried so many other games while playing DOT in different load times. I've tried so many other different games. A lot of it, especially scouring the strategy category, thinking that maybe somebody else will come up with something that's either, looks better, plays better, has a great community. I can't find one that has all these things. It may have one or maybe another, but rarely does it have a good community. That's one that usually lacks the most. So,
like Chance's point earlier, he was trying to make the point that everybody gets upset when the meta changes, but then you're going to be back. Well, I'm seriously considering it. Am I going to invest the same amount that I just did? Like, do I actually want to do that and then just flush it down the toilet? I could put that money into all kinds of entertainment value elsewhere and get way more entertainment value out of it if that's what I'm doing. So it's actually caused me to reconsider my longer term plans with DOT. Short term, I'm still here and I'm still doing what I'm doing. But if this is the way that they're just going to continue to do it, eventually, I'll be out at some point.
Like I said, there is every time that this rolls around, there is a 5 to 10% of the community that is on the fence because they have these certain goals in the game that they've already accomplished. Okay? And they are just kind of, I don't want to say waiting for an excuse, but sometimes that is the case. And as soon as something like this comes up, they're like, all right, this is a way out. I'm going to quit because the meta is just completely changed and everything I have is not, it's no good anymore. And in their opinion, because again, they don't feel like putting into the new meta because they have all the relics, they have like all the 5 stars, they have multiples of all the best titans that are available right now, and that's just the way they feel. And a lot of us can understand. And they're, maybe they'll dip back into the game 8 months later, a year later. That has happened many, many times, more than a lot of people would think. So, it just depends on the player because sometimes, life is, changes. So you do have opportunities to come along the way.
Well, the other thing is to think about maybe stop paying so much or switching to free to play. And then it becomes, pick titans you want to play with, instead of, what's the best to crush everybody else.
Correct. Other options of just like Pisces mentioned there is changing up your style of play, and like you said, spend less, which means maybe only go for the corrupted titans that you like, or don't spend at all and just go free to play. In essence, you're saving your relic tokens on events that you're not really interested in, and also saving your gems so that you can periodically go in on titans that you really want to go for. Remember too, though, you also can still play free to play and be on top 50 teams on weeks when non-god titans are coming out. Reskilled Freya, you can get in a top 50 team and probably do a soul min of 10,000 or less. I'm not going to say, obviously crazy numbers right yet, but most likely you can get into a top 50 team fairly easily and get that Titan, whether for prestige food or, maybe you need that new Titan because you're a newer player. So opportunities are available. It's just when these new Titans like tomorrow's Titan comes out, to be able to get a second copy and be on a top 50 team, it's going to require all finishers.
Right.
If it's an event team, that works out. Yeah, but go ahead, Val. You say it. Go ahead, Val.
A lot of people, not everybody is an event team. Like, we're not an event team. I think that's what they're just going to say. We're a war team. So for us, we don't have soul mins. And we don't tell players that they have to go to a certain amount or whatever. It's more VP and war, and people find that gameplay fun and they want to play together. So if that's how the game goes, then it's more about teams separating and going to this and going to that, and
well, it's not possible at our level. What we're doing, the way that we play, we're a war team. War teams don't have the option of not getting the Titan. The game is set up that way. You have to acquire the latest and greatest, otherwise you're going to be less effective at war. And so that's why part of the reason we don't have soul minimums, because it's like, hey, look, if you want to play on the team, you kind of need, you need to have a glove, So and you got to be able to catch with it. So that's just the reality of what it is. To play at the top levels of the competitive leagues, it is pay to play. Don't kid yourself. Now, if the game's moving towards where you can people who can enjoy it free to play, that's fine. But it's really, really tough. You're going to be, if you're not spending in money, you're going to be spending in time, because you're going to need to acquire a lot of Titans to play at the top level.
Well put. Christian Wood says, well, I'm excited for this new Titan. I think people are getting too upset. Well, that is very possible as well. I know there's definitely going to be people falling on all sides of the situation, of the state of the game. Many players will agree that a change was necessary, but possibly not as much. Others will just say, I'm ready for something new. And then others will say that I've had enough. Or I'm changing the way I'm going to play. So, again, we've seen this many times before, and the community does shift their styles.
Right. I think a lot of people that are max, though, don't want to I don't find it fun to just play the game to do events. That's part of why I think I finish events so quick, because I want to get back to, raiding and, capping and...
Well, see, I can't wait to switch up. I can't wait to switch up because I've been all about events almost the entire time I played this game. And I still am. I still enjoy the crap out of grinding events. I do. I truly do.
Right, and a lot of people find that, I can't... I've tried to grind one event in all the time I played this game, and it was so painful that I won't ever do it again.
Oh, it's so easy. It's so easy to just pop down a few hundred battles. Come on now, Val. Well, that's why you got to live stream more, Val. You got to live stream more.
And part of it is, when you think about it, yes, you save money, but what's your equivalent of money? If you have to sit there for 20 hours to grind an event, what's 20 hours of your life worth? Right?
It's true.
I just don't have, and it's just it's the repetitiveness. It's right now, it's Wednesday and I'm at over 1,000 battles.
Yeah.
I couldn't do this every day.
Beast
I'm
mode,
gonna need
Val. Beast mode.
I need to break after this. And I'm only at 9.4 mil, which is insane.
Oh, just 9.4 mil, DOT community. Just 9.4.
Yeah. Okay. Well, in Masters, I'd be a lot higher, I think. Anyway. But that's just it. I don't want to be an event team. I don't want to have to, play every event that comes out and that be the game for me. I want to, be in the top and go for rank 1 and the competitiveness and all that. And I think a lot of players want that.
Yes, I do. I do want that. And that's why it's sad to say, because I thought things were going so well with the way the War Gods came out, that I was like, oh man, everything's going to be so sweet. Everything's going to be awesome. When January, February rolls around, I'm going to have so much time to play, and it's going to be so awesome. I'm going to have all these great Titans. Now this happened, so...
I know. I was going to say you should join us for a War Week, Salon.
I know. I'm thinking about all sorts of cool plans that I can have during that time, because I'm going to have a lot more time to be able to be around. So it's going to be interesting.
I just finished my first Conquest.
Oh, yes, Austin, I saw that in the chat. Of course, I'm trying to keep up with it, but of course, it does get away. But I do appreciate it. But so you finished your first Conquest, Austin. How do you feel?
I feel accomplished that I put 24 hours of my life inside this game.
Oh, see, Val? See? See?
Hi, Austin. I'm glad you feel accomplished.
Because
Alex, everyone's play style is so different.
Oh, yeah.
So it's not like,
there's really truly not a wrong play style, because everyone should be playing to the way that they truly enjoy. And also, when you listen to people in your alliance, in your line chats, on the Facebook page, on the Reddit page, in YouTube, I don't care where it is, when you listen to other people, it is still ultimately your decision whether you do it or not. So, if you make a decision and then you say, oh, I shouldn't have listened to these people, blah, 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 you still pushed the button. You still made that conscious choice. So, you're going to have to live with it.
The bad part about that, though, is that when you have I mean, Sage would know better than me, but like I've been with Sage for 2 years now in Raiders, and he's always when the blog comes out, he looks at it, he goes over it, he decides like if it's a must have or not, whatever. He lets the team know, and he's so good at it. He
comes down from the mountain with the two stones, and he goes, "I am Sage. This is what we will do."
But it's so good for the team, and you know.
That's funny, Zalon.
And then everyone either says, "Burn Sage at the stake" if he makes the wrong choice, and then otherwise it's "Praise Sage, he knows all." You know,
fortunately, that's never happened because I won't recommend Titans that are not like it. The one thing about this game is it's actually pretty easy to predict. Like this Zabava, everybody knows what's going to happen, what the outcome is. Most of the time, it's very clear. If you understand, the current state of the game, listening to guys like Vintage, it's sad we're not going to be hearing from him.
As much.
It's sad that Sephiroth, a guy who's been playing this game for so long, just purchased, with 15K Divine Gems, and now that's toast, and he's leaving. I mean, there are either.
Oh, you cut out again, Sage. Are you there? Hold on. Sorry, Sage, you cut out. What did you say?
Oh, I'm sorry. I said, they've lost. They're going to lose Vintage again for the second time. They're losing Sephiroth. They're losing their YouTubers. They need to wake up that this isn't. They're losing two people that promote them to a lot of people. And they need to wake up that this is not the way to do it. They had the perfect models on. They really did. They had a defender that was hard to beat. Okay, they had a solution for that defender, but it was rare. So it was Divine Gems. So it either took you had to either save for it, right, or pay for it. And all they had to do was just make the next meta from the Divine Gem altar and not available to everyone, and everything would have been okay. They could have even replaced Hachi that way. They negated Hachi and replaced him, and not necessarily negated everyone's accounts, because not everybody would have that Titan. But why it resets everyone is because everyone can get it. Am I still here?
Yeah, you're still here. It's okay, Sage. Right. We all appreciate your input. Yes, go on.
Right. If they would have just stuck with that model, oh my God! I thought they actually had figured out their own game and that they were doing it, but they clearly have not. And so now we're all starting over, and that's it. That's the bottom line. If you want to come and raid my garrison, Zalon, it'll be sitting there, and it might as well be open. You might as well put like a 1-star on there.
Jesus, yeah.
Because you'll be able to take it. So I don't know. I honestly don't know what to do about that. Because like I said, all the little punks are going to come out and you're going to even have little punk alliances now. The alliances before that couldn't do anything to the bigger ones. They're going to come out, and they don't always, play so nicely. So,
Then you got to get Val involved, and then she goes, I got to go take care of business.
Then I gotta unleash the beasts, and I don't necessarily like to do that.
Right.
They can decrease the stats on the troops at any time if it's that good.
Will they? I think that would have set more people if they went for this right away, put all that money, and then they change the stats on it.
Yeah.
Well, what they could do is if they actually calculated the bloody thing, they could they could increase the stats of everything else when they bring out the new overpowered Titan, just to the point I don't know. They just need to plan better. That's the bottom line.
Mm.
That's all I can say about it. I mean, they just got it. They've got to test more and allow people not to keep their accounts that they've invested in. That's my point. So.
Yeah.
I'm happy about the garrisons being able to attack again. Like we can hit garrisons. I just don't want it to be that easy.
Right.
I still want strategy in it. I still want to be able to. I mean, it's not fun if you can just auto raid a garrison. I don't think that should ever be a goal. I think that it should be. I mean, that's part of the game is you want to go up against the best. You want to beat the best. You want to you want that. That's part of it. You want
the Ranger meta. That was the biggest complaint then, that the little guys can take out the big guys.
Yep.
Right? That's been the problem. Well, here we go again.
Right. Gizzo says, Dev, stop nerfing maidens, please! Nerfing? I don't think they're nerfing. Bring back the Ranger meta? Oh, Zeno. I think we have some Rangers that are pretty decent. Although most of them now are now being overshadowed. But with these two new Divine Titans being subclassed Rangers, we'll see what happens. I'm gonna see if
I'm talking about the Ranger meta where you used to be able to push with a 3-star Ranger.
Oh yeah, with
That's exactly what I meant. That is exactly what I meant.
With Logu or
I heard Zeno.
Yeah.
Hey Zeno.
Yeah, Zeno. Yeah, continue stirring the pot in chat and in Discord. Continue with one stir each one with each hand. There you go.
You got that's why I have two hands. Counterclockwise in one hand, clockwise in the other. Just gotta keep it going.
Hey, he does the same thing in our chats, okay, Zalon? So you invited him.
Yeah, I invited him. That's all right. Xenochrist.
He's not wrong.
He's not wrong. He's not lying. That's funny. Thank you for being here, Zeno.
I get a kick out of Zeno. I love when he comes in chats because I know something's going to happen.
Right.
Something's going to be said.
Right.
He always chimes in at the perfect time when it's just getting too intense.
Too intense.
I don't know. Sometimes they push the limit, though. Him and Calvert are a little. I don't know.
they're the instigators. The instigators. Mm.
It's hard though. Have you seen Calford's toes?
Oh my gosh, the toe thing was so creepy though. That was
grinding over 1K battles per week for what? Well, during Conquest, it's acceptable because you can really level up relics. And remember, relics last forever. They're like diamonds. But, unfortunately to say, Titans do not.
That's actually a good point, Zalon. Like, if you saved your divine gems, I've told a lot of people on our team that, if you invest your divine gems into relics, they seem to carry over to other Titans, especially the divine relics, right?
Oh yeah, most definitely. I'm just waiting to just make sure that they don't change anything, that I'm still getting the best value for my DG. That's all I'm telling a lot of people. Is
right, and you'll get that from relics, but if you invest your DGs in Titans, every Titan is at some point going to be useless.
Yep.
So it's up to you. Do you want to invest in relics, which carry over to Titans for the most part, or do you want to invest in you really have to determine whether or not too that new divine Titan is actually going to be the meta Titan, the top Titan. Because if it's not, then it's probably a waste.
That's why, as soon as they give the new divine altars, as soon as they unlock them and allow us to access them, if the developers do not put the 2 new divine titans on there, I do have enough divine gems on the test account to pull both of them, and we will, even if I have to level them up from level 1, I will make sure to test both of them out, and we'll do a defensive stream for Growthorn, most definitely. and I'll also be attacking with Nephelina or whatever her name is, and we'll do that on the same stream basically. And I will most definitely move around and let people attack Growthern and see if he really is the kind of hardcore defender that everybody hopes he is going to be, or if he's just going to, just get smashed. So we'll see. I'll do that as soon as possible. Because I want everyone to have an idea. Because if you're saving these DGs, if you're doing events and everything else, like if you're actually considering pulling either one of those Titans because they're going to be the next Life Spark and Necrosa for the next 5-6 months until early next year when they decide to change things up again with the Divine Altar. Now, I'm not saying they're going to change things up with a brand new set of Titans because that's too soon. If they're on the path of, remember there's 9 troops? Yeah, I think it's 9 troops. We have 8 more corrupted Titans to come out, basically, essentially. As long as they do.
Well, yeah, if they follow their pattern, which they have mostly followed their pattern. I mean, this is what we're complaining about.
Yeah.
If you do spend those divine gems, once we determine what the value of the new divine Titans are, chances are they won't be replaced for another year because that's what their pattern was.
Yeah.
But that's not guaranteed either. I mean, they can change that, and they can change that in a day. Look what happened, right?
Mm-hmm.
But chances are, you'll be spending those divine gems knowing that you're going to get about a year out of it.
Yeah, I'm looking at the hoping to see what the new divine relics are going to be though too. That's going to be another major part of the new divine altars. And if the new divine relics are must-have, and it looks like they're going to be they're all going to be like sorcerer's wands, and it's good. I just think it's just going to be really awesome for any Titans that have any buffs to spells, basically. So they're going to be.
I think that's where they're going. I think they're trying to make magic a thing.
Yeah.
We really haven't, even though we've had a lot of spell boosters, we really haven't had one to this point. I mean, this Titan is going to be boosting lightning. Everybody's talking about the insane damage that the maidens are going to do, but what about the spells?
Oh yeah, well you saw them on my stream. Yeah, how they were taking down all the they were actually taking down all the horde when I went up against Sekhmet and all the skeletons. Yeah.
Like, Natural Motion is not short on great ideas. I mean, they have fantastic graphics. They have fantastic ideas. It's only this one small thing of being able to balance the skills properly that is messed up in this game. Otherwise, everything else is, top notch. Well, that and customer service is lacking.
Wow. Yeah. Yeah, we all know that.
Right? But, I mean, you can't have everything.
Look at this, though. I go into my inventory, and remember, the last time I cleared it out, I didn't add any new relics in. I already had cleared out my treasury of all relics. So, all my new relics that I got from battle are all above 1 star. It starts right here at Whetstone. It's so nice.
Yeah, and that's an awesome change
that they've made. That's still an awesome change, and please, I know developers probably not listening this late in the stream, but when it comes down to it, please continue that. Just like having the Titan that drops in the event, like the main Titan in the event is the Titan that boosts. That is something that we said how much we enjoy it. We try to, you have to repeat it a bunch of times on streams and have it ingrained in the developers' heads. That is what we want. But yes, that as well. We definitely enjoy that.
And how awesome is it to get multiple 3-star Titans every day in the altar?
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
that's something that, of course, doing all the monuments and also the opportunity to get a 4-star. There's some soldier action with the opportunity, but I'll tell you, I haven't gotten it yet, but I know other people, and I'm sure you have people in some of your alliances that have gotten a 4-star in the monument already.
Yeah, probably. I haven't checked, but I know that I'm enjoying the 3 stars. But then now I'm thinking that now they need to refurbish the season rewards because I get 3 stars, 3 stars, almost 3 stars a day in the monuments, and I'm getting, if we're not in the, in Masters only gets one 4-star, and Legends, of course gets 3, but everybody else is getting a 3-star. What's the incentive to do league play for a 3-star that you can when you're getting 3 of them in the monument? It's kind of it kind of doesn't fit. So they need to think about that.
Agreed. I'd like to see better season rewards as well. I know we already get DGs and gems, but that could either be increased, if not increased a small amount, and also get other rewards in as well. That would be great. It would be nice to see suggestions, maybe some epic tokens. Not saying all element, because that seems to be kind of maybe for first place in Legend League, maybe. But for the most part, I think if they throw out any kind of token rewards, that they should throw out some epics. Maybe 2 for second place, maybe 1 for third place, and maybe, I don't know, something like that. Just figure out a system, throw out some more extra rewards. You did it in the calendar. We love the calendar. Again, praise the calendar. Eventually everybody will have it, I'm sure, in the next week or so. But this new calendar is super sick, and I think they can do it with season rewards too. So I agree, Sage. Bizarre, the light. I'm sorry. What's up?
I do like the new calendar. I think the change is good with that.
Yeah, definitely.
And I do like no 1-stars.
In Conquest, yeah, agreed.
Yeah, it makes my fusing a lot easier.
Yeah. I just did that right there. It's just so I can go in and grab all my Portal Stone drops, so I don't have to spend more gems right now. And we'll see how many Portal Stones I can grab from here, and then I may wrap up after that, pending on how everything's going.
My problem is my relic storage is so full of Titan juice that I have nothing else. Like, I've gotten rid of almost everything else that I like, except for my 4 stars, of course, right?
Yeah.
But there's just so much.
Well, everybody's getting a lot of 4-star drops, right? Yeah.
Yeah, actually, for the amount of battles I've done.
Yeah, I'm just saying that's the good big plus side of the whole removing 1-stars.
The big thing is the Titan juice. I mean, there's just...
Yeah. That is one thing that they did right recently, and that, of course, they've gotten a lot of praise for, and that is the fact that it's not hard to level up Titans anymore. It is not.
Right.
There's enough Titan drops and enough XP bottles, the green ones. That's what they're talking about for newer players that are on the live stream. That's what the Titan juice is that she's referring to.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
It's okay. Totally fine.
It's what Sage calls it, so...
Oh, of course. Way to go, Sage.
Everyone's like, that's so cute, and I'm like, yeah, that was Sage.
It's another one of my scrolls coming down from the mountain there. So.
Oh, I see.
We shall call it Titan Juice.
Yes, and it shall be therefore now known as Titan Juice.
Yes. All right. On that note, brother, thanks for having me. Sorry about the F-bomb.
No, it's okay, Sage. You're totally fine.
Passionate. I'll try to cut that out.
I know.
But you pulled the gym.
I pulled the gym. Yeah, I know.
Sage DOT Moses, he can get a little out of hand sometimes.
Yeah, Moses with a temper.
Yeah. Right. Okay.
All right, Zeno, Val, Zolan, everybody. Thanks, and we'll talk to you guys later.
All right. Thank you,
All
Sage.
right, bye, Sage.
Bye-bye.
Awesome.
That was funny.
Yes, it was.
I'm gonna have to call him that from now on.
What, DOT Moses? Be like, all right, what's the call? Did you come down? So Val will be like, so Sage came down from the mountain and told us all. This is what's going to happen.
Yeah. We'll have to come up with one for you.
Oh, yeah. Oh. There's been all sorts of names.
Hashtag blame Zalon.
I was gonna say that's very old school, Pisces. Exactly. I've been called many names over the years. One was the sloth.
You were blamed
actually.
for that because we lost our guaranteed 3-star event drops.
That's true. A long time ago, back in 2017. 2017 was it was a bad year. No, it was a good year.
Yeah.
Can you ask Sage?
I did want to say, I don't know if any of you remember, but they used to do a food cost cut during a fusion event.
Oh yeah, we'll see.
I didn't hear that, Zeno.
But I didn't hear what Zeno said either. What'd you say?
I was going to ask if Val can find out when Sage is going to come down the DOT mountain with the one commandment that says hashtag blame Zalon.
Oh yeah. Oh, I'm sure it'll happen.
I'm sure it'll happen.
Yeah, right. We'll see. I try not to predict bad things. What's up, Nitram? Thank you for joining.
Hi, Nitram.
It's very old. It's back when Bo
Nice,
used to
Chad.
be here too.
Oh yeah, well Bo still stops in every once in a while.
But when you used to do the Zalon and Bo stream,
show, yeah.
Stuff about the dev stream and everything.
Oh yeah, it was classic.
I have a speaker coming from Bo.
Yeah, see, he's still around. He's playing a lot of Eve Echoes right now, and loving that.
I think it's been a year, maybe 6 months, 8 months.
Bo's still supposed to be sending me a computer. Trust me, it's taken forever.
Yeah.
although I shouldn't talk. Val. Your bottles of liquor still haven't gone out yet. I'm horrible.
No worries. Whenever
it's almost ready though. It's almost ready. It's happening, DOT community. Don't worry.
It's happening.
It's happening.
Procrastination
Nation in full effect.
You're not as bad as Bo yet, so
I know.
You're still good.
I was promised this computer from him like a year and a half ago.
Oh, really? Yeah, I want a speaker on his live stream. And I gave him my information.
Well,
and he's like, it's in my truck. I'm going to mail it out. I still don't have it.
I don't think Bo's listening because we're not in Bo prime time because he has to be in wait, maybe not. He's on the road right now, so he's probably staying. Oh, no. I don't know. He's probably staying out on the road. I don't think he's at home. But we'll see. He might be listening. Bo, hook it up.
Right. Where's the computer and speaker?
Where are they? He's going to pop in and be like, all right, listen. In his wonderful southern accent,
Yeah.
Y'all better relax. Blah, blah, blah,
I like the different accents.
Of course. It just makes the community as diverse as it is. Free to play Zeus, I was talking about you earlier. You had some really great videos recently. Always appreciate your content. So make sure you check out Free to play Zeus's channel.
One of the sad things that I miss is that no longer does the third hour start becoming a food stream.
Well, it sometimes does, Pisces. Just depends on what happens. We could start talking about
It depends
food.
if you stream enough.
It depends. I do stream enough. I know other people in Discord right now that could stream a little bit more. Val.
Yeah. I have everything I want to stream. I really do. I just.
All right, Val, because this Conquest, Val. I mean, this. Although, and it's wartime. Oh, Val, it would be kind of sick. It would be kind of sick if you did a stream where you just did all garrison hits and just smashed people. Everyone.
I can do that. Maybe tomorrow.
That would be a lot of fun, Val. You could.
I'll play the event right away, and I'll max the Titan out, and I'll just start hitting all the garrisons of the people that tried me.
Do it, Val, please. It would be so cool. It would be cool.
You guys would have to like put up with my tapping or whatever the sound is. I have no idea what
it's whatever, Val. Do whatever you have to. It would be cool. Just it would be called the Val Revenge Stream. And you're going to be like, I'm going after everybody that wronged me for the last few months. All you people. Yeah. I'm coming for you, Val. It's going to be good.
Okay. We'll see. It should be fun.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yep. Chat. Oh, Churro, I was talking about you earlier. You're going to be streaming tonight, correct, Churro? Just to offer you up real quick.
Yeah, see, Churro's not streaming. All right, I better go.
All right, you got a call coming in, Val. All right.
No, I gotta go.
You know, I honestly cannot wait for the DOT cruise where I could be like, so Val, you got a call coming in? All right, cool.
Yeah.
They're like, I'm standing right in front of you. That's not acceptable. It's like, all right.
Right. You'll see. You'll be like, why does your phone ring so much? Right?
All right.
No, if I'm on vacation, I won't answer the phone. I promise.
All right.
No phone on the DOT cruise, okay?
All right, cool.
All right.
It will be epic.
Have a good night, guys.
Right. Have a good night.
See you, Val. All right. Bye.
All right, I got to get up to 30 warp stones. I got to check to see how many I got. I'm going to do 3 conquest battles. It should finish Plinth 8. Everything will be all cool. Feranic, are you in the garden? He says I'll catch the replay. He must be in the garden. Wait, what did Churro say? Plays dead. You can't play dead, Churro. Come on. Go make your Stormtrooper awesome Conquest thumbnail. You can probably pump it out in like less than a few minutes. And you can just take over real quick. I got 49 people watching. I do appreciate everybody that has been watching. We added up to about 60 at one point, which is awesome. We talked about a lot of really great subjects tonight about the current state of the game, more or less. But where's our game going? How you feel about it? Different ideas of what could have been done. I loved it. It was awesome. There's another warp stone. I hope you enjoyed it as well. If you enjoyed it, smash like. I don't say it to every 10 seconds or anything like that, but if you did have a good time, I do appreciate it. Let's see where we're at. 28. And then 5 minutes and 33 seconds we'll get one more. So, alright, let's try to at least get one more. And then we'll be good. Sangre Joven, I just finished 8. 9 is 37k. Yeah. 9 and 10 are the big hurdles. That's what pretty much, if you're not finished with 8 or almost finished with 8 at the start of the last day, it's gonna be rough.
That's a joke.
Oh, Pisces.
I finished 7 on the first day, and then the second day I did 8 and 9.
Yeah.
And then today I'm doing 10.
You're just doing 10 on the last day. I'm just saying, Pisces, it just depends. It just depends. It just depends.
Hey, Shark, I did 8 on the first day.
Oh, yeah. People can do it, but I'm saying you don't have to.
Yeah. Yeah, it just depends on how much time you have to be able to grind out the warp stones. But you should be able to, if you are just a regular jump on, play out your warp stones, make sure they're always refreshing, but you don't have a ton of time to grind a bunch of warp stones, you should be able to get to 7, maybe complete 8 with just what refreshes. because I've been able to do it many times. Just that, where as long as you keep the refresh going all the time and get in some battles, you're definitely going to get to the point where you can at least finish 7 or possibly 8 pending. Oh, that's right. I still have.
Kind of goes to show that you don't grind much, do you? Yeah.
Oh, it just depends, Pisces. I don't have time during the week, of course, to do the conquest like I would if it was on a weekend. That's just the way my work schedule goes. But it's different for others. I can grind a lot more on the weekends. But right now I've been working 6 days a week. So with Saturdays, especially this Saturday, I'll probably be working too. It's going to limit my ability to play. Finished 10, didn't have to gem any of the conquest. Nice Extinction, that's some nice grinding right there. I'll be right there with everybody on some of these serious grinds though, very soon enough. I'm very excited actually. It's going to be a completely different aspect when I'm able to just take a break and not be working, and be able to just play the game as much as I like. And yeah, I want to try to do like 1,000 conquest battles, possibly in one stream. It would be pretty neat. Maybe that'll be when I do a 12-hour stream. That'd be pretty neat.
Yeah, see, I would have done Conquest without using any gems, but they like to put that little refresh button right next to the button where you would click to undefend. So yeah. I accidentally spent a little over 1,000 gems because
but you're still
I
in
still
the plus,
can't
though.
learn from my mistakes.
You're still in the plus though, Pisces, right?
Oh yeah, I'm definitely in plus, but I'm still pissed I wasted 1,000 gems.
Correct. Because you could have just stayed, because I'm sure you would have stayed refreshing stones.
Well, there's that. I still have the 100 portal stones from the event, you know?
Yeah,
so
but you got that bank for tomorrow,
portal
Pisces.
stones I have will just go towards the event tomorrow.
You're going to get that grind going early tomorrow, I'm sure. Now, are you going to actually use saved up relics, Pisces, or are you going to just straight grind tomorrow's event?
Oh no, I had to use saved up relics. I don't have enough gems to just grind it yet.
Oh, Sangre Joven, you know it. You know it. I know it's your favorite. Just finished. Nice.
So this may sound weird, but I did the Achilles event, which was, 2.5 weeks ago? Mm-hmm. So it's almost been 3 weeks since the Achilles event, and I'm about to do another event 2 to 3 weeks later. So you can almost do 2 events 1 month and 1 event the next month, and then back to 2 events depending on how much you save up.
Very true. Very true. Because some people are able to get to 4,500, get 4 event tokens, sometimes even farther, in a lot of events. So, and depending on, how you save your gems as well, and if you're on event teams that typically get the 4K gem rewards, plus also you get gem rewards in other events like this is in rank rewards in such events like Conquest here has got gems. Also, I'm pretty certain Raid Boss does too. I know that Assault does not. That's all DGs all the way through, which isn't bad. I like that. I don't have a problem with the fact that they give DGs all the way through on the rank rewards there. All right, so I'm gonna use the rest of my stones, and then we're gonna do those conquest battles, and then we're all set. I do appreciate everybody joining in. Dead Nixon, no problem. And get your conquest in, Dead Nixon, as much as you can. And I appreciate you for being here.
Yeah, I'm almost full on my Titan Hall and relics again. I maxed a few relics just because, and I'm waiting and saving up relics for the new ones that are coming out in this event that's coming.
Yeah, especially the heart. I'm going to be maxing out the heart ASAP.
I still really hope that the new Halloween Titan is going to look cool.
I do too. But they have proved in the past that they can do a decent job. Feranic, your treasury's... Feranic, I thought you said you were going to catch a replay. I hope you... I hope everything's okay. My treasury is so full. So Feranic, you got that crazy Conquest grind going on? Enjoying that free-to-play? I hope that you grabbing a Thorg, Feranic? I'm sure you already have one. You're probably laughing at me. Zalon, I already got one.
Zalon, what rank are you, by the way, in the event?
I am in 9,000 something, but after I do these 3 Conquest battles, I'll probably drop pretty significantly. We'll see what happens. I'll probably get down to 6,000. That's what I'm thinking. I'll drop like 3,000 probably after I do these 3 battles, but we'll see what happens.
Going back to me saving up, I actually was not in an alliance for gems. I was in the top 50 alliance for the 2 weeks in between the Achilles event and the and this event that's coming up.
Nice. Oh, guess what happened, Pisces Shark? What did you ask about earlier in the stream? I think it was you.
I don't know.
You said something like you wanted to see Godan use Ares versus Zabava?
Yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah, well, guess what, Pisces?
Did you just post a video?
He just posted an Ares versus Zabava. So if you would like to go on mute and go check that out, I understand.
Okay, I'll go do that.
All right, above below. See you later. Thank you for joining. Yeah, sure. I want a headless horseman for Halloween. A lot of people have asked for that in the past. I'd like to see it too. Highest number of battles this season. Oh, nice. Good for you, Feranic. Good for you. McMuffin said doo-doo. Yeah, Xenochrist. Peace out. Right? Sound great, Joven? Zakai says he's like, be right back. Gotta go check out Godan's video. Totally understand. I'm gonna go check it out as soon as I'm done too. I'm just gonna grind the rest of these stones. I got 15, and then I'm gonna have 31. But I'll probably finish this.
Okay, I'm back.
Level. Wait, the video was over that quickly?
Oh, I skipped to the end.
You skipped all the good stuff, Pisces? You can't do that.
What? Ares won.
Oh, okay. So you just wanted to see what happened.
You mean you didn't sit there for 2 minutes while they set up troops?
Vintage is back too. Thanks, Vintage.
Yeah, I had to dip out for a bit.
That's okay. That's funny because I just thought that was so cool because all of a sudden I saw Vintage posted a video and I was like, oh, look at that. It's exactly what Pisces was asking for earlier. Maybe Godan heard you and was like, I'll do it, Pisces. Don't you worry. And he just popped out another video.
It was good timing.
Right? Well, Godan can do it, I'll tell you. That's why if I ever do beat Godan to a first look on any Titan, I'm like, well, I actually did it. Because it's never the case that I usually get the drop on Godan. He's always there. But Yuki this time, man, good video. Very happy with Yuki being able to do that. Which, again, DOT community, makes me think that Yuki's on board with these Dragon Slayers. Not saying that that's like you're, picking sides or making some sort of like... But it's just the fact to see somebody get excited enough about something to decide to make a video. That, in my opinion, is like, wow, okay, well, that's cool. Because, remember, Yuki has to keep up with the DOT database, and it is nice when people are very passionate and donate on his at the bottom of the page. But besides from that, motivation to keep everything going on a regular basis, if you see the game not doing so hot and the developers making some bad choices, it can get, a little bit kind of down. And when something like this rolls along that excites Yuki enough to make a video and post it to make everyone see what's going on, I think it's good. That's just my opinion.
And pretty much Yuki just automatically puts it out there that, yeah, this Titan is to kill Hachis.
Right? So, I think it's definitely gotten some players that may have been gotten a bit bored with the game a little bit more excited about the future. Let's just put it that way. You can't find Yuki's channel. Post the link. Let's see.
It's Yuki from Dawn. Just type that one blobbed word in the search bar. That should get you there.
There you go.
Put Yuki from Dawn and then put Titans.
Where'd all the blue wrenches go? That's a good question.
Well, I got a blue wrench. I can probably come up with the link here.
All right,
and momentarily.
I'm also gonna do one other thing too. I'm gonna give one blue wrench out to one person that's in the chat right now, and they're gonna find out very shortly who they are when they say something else in the chat. So let's see, and they have posted recently. So let's see when they find out who it is. Because they've done a great job for the community, and I do appreciate what they've done. And I haven't given out any wrenches since I gave Extinction a wrench. No, it didn't work? Hold on. There we go. It should work now. It should work now. I don't know why. I thought a message came up and said it was working, but hold on. You already have one Extinction, I know. Ridiculous, right, Nitro? You're right, Zeno. You're absolutely right. Actually, we'll make it 2. Congratulations, Pisces. Right on, Sangre. That's Yuki's channel right there. But yeah, it was Churro. You're right, Xenochrist. So yeah, Churro and Pisces, you're now moderators. So, I do appreciate what you guys do. Oh, Austin, don't worry. Come on. Don't worry. When's your birthday, Austin? Don't tell me next year. We'll see. Huh. I guess for some reason that it's not coming up. I'll have to change it later again. I don't know why. I did it in the chat. Maybe I have to do it somewhere else. Hold on. I might have lost everybody on Discord too, so hold on. Did I lose everybody on Discord?
Oh, we can hear you.
Oh, I'm still here.
Okay.
I got you.
Okay.
Still alive.
Roger. All right, cool.
What's your vector, Victor?
Yeah, what's your vector, Victor? That's right. All right, so let me...
Surely you can't be serious.
Oh, that's a good one. See, not everybody always remembers all the different ones that they do. Right, let me try this here and see if it makes a difference. And all right, say something now in the chat, Churro and Pisces, and hopefully it's fixed.
Might have to refresh the browser.
You might have to refresh the browser. That's very possible. I don't know.
It's like my default answer for anything YouTube.
Yeah, right? You have to unplug it and plug it back in. Okay.
Yeah. The generic tech support response.
Yeah.
Reading off the script.
Right.
What's going on, everyone?
Churro.
Churro's here.
Hey, Vintage is it?
My chat's messed up. It's not working, I don't think. Anyway, I tried it on my tablet too, just to see if it make a difference. So Churro, you're gonna live stream tonight?
Yeah, man. Yeah, I'm actually heading home right now. Yeah, I can take care of business, and then the quicker I can get on, I'll definitely put a thumbnail and everything together, and
It'll be good.
Yeah, dude, I'm so behind with Conquest. All of a sudden, work decided to make me responsible, and now I couldn't even rate all I wanted, man. I'm so bummed.
Right? See, now that you're DOT famous, Churro, this is what happens. Then you just don't have enough time.
Man.
You never have enough time.
I know, and I'm starting to run out of excuses to avoid work now because I've used them all. When I wasn't YouTube famous.
Yeah, there's like nothing worse than work ticking up on you during Conquest. It's like, dude, can't you wait 3 days? Don't you know I'm getting triple battle drops?
Yeah, don't you know?
You obviously don't know anything. What are you doing? No, but seriously, it's like literally, it's so stressful because I'm there, typing away or whatever, getting things done. I'm like, man, these are 30 minutes I'm not going to get back. This is an hour. It's like, dude, it's like been 8 hours, and I'm just like, oh my God, what I could have done.
Yeah, could have got 1,000 drops.
Yeah, I know, man.
Speaking about that, we haven't really gotten any other events. Sometimes there's weeks where there's almost nothing going on, and if they would just throw, triple battle drops in, all of a sudden, wow, all the battles would come on. But
oh yeah, man,
I wish they would do
great.
more other than just Conquest.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool for sure. Just random things that just kind of keeps the motivation going. I'd be down for that, even if it was just a 24-hour thing. That'd be pretty cool.
I agree.
What I really want them to start doing. Oh, sorry. What are you gonna say?
No, I was just going to say that there are the occasional Mondays when literally nothing is happening. Oh, except for Troop Craft. Woo!
Woo! Oh my God.
Yeah. Or
like I've always said, give players a reason to play your game. Triple battle drops would fit the bill many a Monday.
Yeah.
Especially a Monday.
But Construction Frenzy, Vintage, come on.
Yeah, Construction Frenzy. Like Titan Fusion Day. It's like, okay, I just spent 5 minutes fusing my Titans. Now what? The triple battle drops on Fusion Day? Dude.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
You want to have activity in your game?
Oh.
Triple battle drops on Fusion Day, baby.
Plus. You got to add discounted portal stones.
There you go.
I think it was the Dionysus Conquest, which was the last fusion on a Conquest. And man, dude, I was able to just level everything up, and just obviously the amount of Titans dropping is just awesome, dude. So,
yeah, man, just go ham on it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and I was like all Mr. Prepared. I even had my little list of what relics I was gonna bags and stuff. I only got the 2 of them. Sucks.
Oh wow, Christian Woods, you're donating but talking to Vintage. It's totally cool, Vintage. It's going to all work out. It's heady to judge without seeing the big picture, just like those huge maps are made for corrupt troops, right?
Yeah. Well, speaking of huge maps, I hate the new VP Island maps. Oh, they're huge and they take longer.
Yeah. They just emphasize the importance of going in with a boatload of spells or just only summoners,
Yeah.
There's that. And then if you go to food and gold, I don't remember which one it is. There's some with Grens and Goliaths. And then the Goliaths are all the way in the corner. And, where your battle box is, it takes forever to get archers or, grenadiers over there unless you have summons. And even then, they take long to get over there.
Yeah.
It just prolongs it an extra 10 to 15 seconds that it doesn't need to be.
Yeah, I've been power leveling Achilles during this conquest.
Oh yeah.
And even with the Achilles freebie drops, there's that one map where on the left side you got the grenadiers behind that little mountain.
Oh,
dude, the troops never drop there, man.
Never.
Yeah.
Well, that's why you come in with
correct?
a flame ruin or something on Achilles, and you fireball that.
Yeah, I got the staff of poison. I mean, I meld it, but it's those troops way off to the left, and then of course there's spearmen over there too, and you have to run all the way over there.
It's big. It's big. It's useless. Now, if you had multiple drop points on defense, sure, it could be possible. But as far as I'm aware of, it's only one drop point still. And yet you have all these troops spread out for no reason.
Yeah.
These maps. Oh, well.
Oh.
So, Christian Woods.
Yeah, dude.
Christian Woods, I'm not disagreeing with what you're saying, but I think the message I was trying to send in my video is, first of all, they blew up everybody's account. But all they had to do was just up-tune, our current best Storm Maiden Titan. And what they did was way, way overboard. So I understand that there is a big picture. We don't see it. And perhaps balance returns in 3 or 4 weeks. But my problem with what they did was in just totally hitting the reset button, they didn't have to invalidate every single Titan in the game. I just think there was a better way to do it. I think that's what I was getting at. But you're right. Perhaps 3 or 4 weeks from now, more of these Titans come out and we say, well, perhaps there's going to be balance, in the near future. But, the problem I have is just, even your Life Spark and your Necrosa, even your Divine Titans are trash now. That hurts, man.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Seeing Zalon go through a Necrosa defense was really surprising.
Yeah.
I was shocked. I was shocked because there's not higher armor than that. Okay?
Yeah.
That was max effective armor, meaning you can stack, capped lightning resist, capped range resist, capped armor, and you still can't stop this thing. That's insanity. I don't know what's left other than, 50 million health pool troops. Maybe that helps. I don't know. It's getting nuts.
Yeah, it is. Most definitely. What happened to Raid Boss? We'll see. We got Theaters of War coming up this next week. Probably Raid Boss will follow because we've already had Assault recently. And we got Fusion coming up on Monday. So, yeah, hashtag blames Alonzo, That's right. Blame me.
Yeah, everybody wanted a Hachi killer. I understand.
Yeah.
But it should not beat Hachi in 1 minute. That's overboard. I'm fine having a Hachi killer, but I think it should take, 3 or 4 minutes.
Definitely. Yeah, and I really like what Val was saying earlier too. It's like a lot of us that are very opinionated with this game or have something good to say about it, we do want something that's going to make it a little easier or different, but we still want that challenge. We don't want easy wins, because even that loses its fun, so.
Yeah.
Letting Achilles auto battle these conquest battles is pretty sweet, though. Just gonna say, on the side.
You know, I really wish that they did something so that like the skills that are provoked by whatchamacallit, by summoning troops had effect in Conquest, because I feel that that's just the one missing element. You know, to really get the most out of a Titan that has like a what is it? You know, like Hachi with his invoke getting triggered by Omegas and stuff like that. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I would like. This one of many things, obviously, but that'd be great to see.
Nice, Austin Bird, you're back. Awesome. Doing a couple conquest battles, but I'm going to be wrapping up the stream here very shortly. I'm starting to think that Zalan is actually a plant by the devs. The Zalan predictions are just leaks to see what the community thinks. Xenochrist.
How do you deal with that, Zalan? My God.
Yeah, and I don't know. I mean, it's pretty crazy because not all the predictions come true, which, of course, I thought Halloween would have started by now, but it's really corrupted troops, so really it's not. Yeah. It's not that. The idea of a new class wasn't exactly on point. It's a subclass of the Rangers. Okay. Because when I say that, it's only because there will be specific relics that are going to be for them, so it is kind of like there's a new class, but not really. Because they're still going to be Rangers. And you're going to be able to use Ranger relics on them.
I almost wonder if you just drive home from work sometimes, Alon, asking yourself, wait, am I a dev? Am I a dev? I don't even know.
I don't even know. Oh, gosh. No.
Oh, my God.
No. I definitely know I'm not. But it's so funny when people, people think that, you know, oh, he has to be. No, definitely not.
Yeah.
I go to work like the rest of you. Just so you know.
Oh my goodness.
It's funny too, because when I jump on other people's streams and I'm at work, a lot of times you can hear some of the mowers in the background, and it's like, no, it's real. It's real. I'm not sitting there.
Or they just think it's your super powered computer that all devs have, right?
Oh yeah, I just have what's it called, stock sounds of what's it called, landscaping that I just play in the background.
Serve as a distraction. Oh goodness, man.
All right, I hear a lot of whistling outside. I think my dog ran off. I gotta go.
Oh gosh, go take care of that vintage.
All right, see you guys.
See you later.
Later, bro.
So Churro, you are gonna stream tonight? In all seriousness?
Yeah, man. But so I'm like 7 my time right now. I should be on. I think the earliest maybe within the next hour and a half.
Okay, so and I'll probably.
But either way, yeah, I'm gonna throw up the. I'm gonna put the.
I'll probably have you up.
Thumbnail.
I'll probably have you up while I'm just chilling, getting my final grind on before heading to bed.
Oh yeah, yeah. Appreciate that. Yeah, even that, man. It's all good.
Yeah.
Just the hard part is just trying to get some Conquest stream.
Yeah, of course.
A decent time.
We'll see. To be in all honesty, I mean, it's still fine because even with the excitement of tomorrow's event, putting a Conquest stream out now. People will still be watching this tomorrow while they're grinding the new event, so it's kind of it's still great for the replay capability.
Definitely.
So just from a YouTuber standpoint, a lot of times if you stream Conquest and there's an unpopular event afterwards, nobody's gonna watch your Conquest stream.
That's true.
I've seen it happen, with these weekday Conquest streams. So it's actually better. It's actually better to do a Conquest stream on Monday, and let people watch it all during Conquest, for the 3 days. But in the case of sometimes the blog dropping on Wednesday, but this week it didn't. This week we got the wonderful Monday blog. So I do just want to know more about the Divine Titans. I want to know when we're going to actually get them, and I want to know yeah, that's pretty much it. I want to know when we're actually going to get them. So as soon as we do, we can test them out, find out if how valuable on the whole scale they really are, and if anybody should even be bothering. If not, obviously, always remember the new relics that are coming out, which should also be released and announced.
Yeah, I'm so curious with those relics, you know?
Can be also something you want to invest in, because everyone obviously keeps talking about the relics, and I was just going to say the current 5-star relics are great, and there's still nothing wrong with each set, and there may be a few black sheep 5 stars mixed among them, but for the most part, you're looking at great investment, because those 5 stars do not lose their value or get overshadowed, because each one, each set has their own characteristics. So,
yeah,
like for instance, just to explain that just in a little more detail, just in case if you're a newer player. For instance, the first generation is troop health, troop damage on each class, as well as a special first skill. And then the second generation, which is known as the Norse relics, some of them deal with the spells, such as the Mjolnir for champions, which a lot of people like to use, and or the other Norse relics, such as the Trickster's Blades, which is also really good for the infiltrators. As well as Bow of the Gods for the Rangers, and the one that I can never get, which is the, or I haven't gotten yet, I should say, which is the Berserker one. Which one?
Oh yeah.
Which one? The name eludes.
Axis of War.
Axis of War, yeah. So, oh man, am I really 586 short? Oh gosh, you gotta be kidding me.
Well, that's the most annoying thing.
So, I'm just going to spend the 490 gems, because I would like to do this battle and then the one more freebie that you get when you go to the next plinth. And then we're wrapping up. Then we're wrapping up.
Nice.
But anyway, so... Anyway, so stupid.
Yeah.
Anyway, so... yeah. That totally ruined my train of thought, but it's totally fine.
It's all good.
There'll be plenty of good stuff to talk about on Churro's stream, so of course.
Right.
I'm sure Churro, you've been listening. Well, no, you probably just jumped on the stream a bit later, but we were talking a lot about the wonderful future of our game and how everybody feels about everything in the game. So.
Yeah, I had just finished your yesterday's stream from you, and that was a pretty good idea of what the gameplay aspect, but I definitely imagined or assumed, and I guess I am correct, that you guys were talking about that today in the first half of your stream. So that's why I want to give myself this time to settle, so I can at least catch that bit, and then just have, that's like I tell you, it's like a series. You can't do everything, but
yeah, you're kind of going a little bit in and out there, True. It was a little hard to understand. But
my bad. Well, yeah, what I was saying is that I just caught up with your. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, you're fine.
Yeah. Now I lost my train of thought. No, I just caught up with your stream from yesterday, and I definitely want to catch up with the first half of this stream, because I was assuming that you guys were talking about that, because it is a big deal, because it just literally feels like the Horde apocalypse setting.
Yeah. Well, yeah, if you watch Vintage's video. See, Churro, that's the thing.
I need to get that
when you start doing these types of live streams, if you don't watch some of the other content, you have no idea what's going on.
Exactly. And the thing is that we do have to have a sense of not collaboration, but a consistency with the info, because the information is going to lead into the next stream or the next video or the next chat. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. So. Oh yeah, a lot of the hardcore streaming fans that are still here, because there's 36 people still watching. Some of the real hardcore streaming fans, or as some call them, the stream junkies. They follow the streaming narrative and definitely know what's going on between all the streams. So it's
definitely.
Yeah. It's definitely an interesting
It's real, man.
and cool aspect of the, DOT streaming universe.
Cheer up. I won't be able to make it to your stream, bro.
Wait, you are?
I won't be able to make it to your stream.
It's super late for you, right? It's all good, man.
Yeah. By the time you start streaming, it's gonna be 10:30 maybe for me. So.
For sure. Yeah, it's all good, man. I actually just downloaded Among Us, dude. I gotta get on that game with you one of these days. We'll talk about that one next time, though. Dude, but anyway, something I was thinking the other day, or not the other day, just a couple hours ago, really. Obviously everybody's, up in arms and stuff about the whole defense thing, and now Hachi's pretty much dead weight or whatever. But do you think that the new 5 stars that are related to the corrupted troops, do you think that it will be
you think the new 5 stars are going to be... Wait. Back up a second. Sure, you think the new 5 stars are going to be more oriented towards corrupted troops than they will be the sorcerer subclass?
Yes. Yeah, based on one of the leaks that you showed and that I had seen going around, it said something about corrupted militia or something like that, special units, and that just started tinkering in my brain, and I'm thinking, okay, well, what if this thing isn't really specific to the sorcerer, but it is corrupted troop related, and what it can do is it adapts to whatever Titan it's, I guess you could say it's host or whatever, and the corrupted troop is called upon, but based on whoever is, equipped with that relic. Example, Hachi. What if that relic is going to empower him or provide him some corrupted Goliaths on defense so he actually doesn't completely fall off the meta? So then all these new crazy Dragon Slayers actually kind of not balance it out, but do have a little bit of an upper hand, but don't make the War Gods fall so far behind again,
I do know.
Did I lose you guys?
No.
Oh. So that was just something I thought of. That would have been pretty cool. I think that would probably be something that could potentially just add like a lifeline to the War Gods.
I agree. It is possible to be able to make things a little bit better for them, so that things could be a little bit more relevant to what's going to be happening.
Yeah.
Sangre Joven says, sorry, you would have alliances full of players with 30 relevant titans replacing the weakest like a conveyor belt. Every year or two, metas need to be wiped, so us noobs can climb with the old dogs. There you go, Sangre. He is going to fall asleep, and me and Nickerman talking over the stream. This is very true. On tonight,
dude, I knocked out.
I heard. Now see, Churro.
Yeah,
Churro, that
my goodness.
It's another sign that you're becoming a true streamer is when you pass out on your own stream. So I do want to say that it is great to see that Sangre Joven says, on tonight's show, Snoring with Churro, we will touch on topics of shower caps and shower shoes, importance in today's day and age. Look forward to Churro talking in his sleep all tonight.
God. I don't even. Yeah, man. I woke up the next day. I was like, "What the heck happened?" And I think the stream ran for like an hour after I was like Snorlaxing it, bro.
I was just gonna say I heard everyone just left eventually.
Yeah, that.
But
what
I
else
did
are you gonna do, man?
I did it, DOT community. I can't collect them right yet, but I have Thorg. It's happened.
Ooh.
Finally, Feranic.
Yeah.
It's real. So awesome. Because otherwise, what is it? Here, we're going to take a look at... So it'll be one more on the All Titans. Oh, Nickerman! Send love to Churro. Nickerman! Huge donation. Holy crap. Thank you. Very nice of you. So that would make it 185 of 189. So, still 4 missing. Plus, there's a few in the Pantheon that are not actually there. So, in all essence, it's probably like I'm missing about 7 or 8. But, wow, Nickerman. That is incredibly generous.
Talk about a supporter, huh? That's awesome.
Right? I can send love to Churro. Churro just needs to set up his own. Now, when you don't have the ability to do super chats, which you just have to, of course, get monetized on YouTube, which will eventually happen, Churro. Don't worry. But
For sure.
what happens in the meantime is you just need to set up a Streamlabs PayPal link, basically.
Oh.
Yes. This is
Oh,
what,
here we go.
This is what JJ has. JJ has it on his streams. I've donated a bunch of times on JJ's streams. I will again next time that JJ does stream, because I have one of my winners from my last streams. It was RSJ has $40 going to JJ. He hasn't streamed, so I'm just waiting. But
wow, dude. Well,
yeah. So all you have to do is just set it up through. I got to do one more Conquest battle. You just got to set it up through Streamlabs and put the link in the description and/or have it posted in your chat, and then people can then.
Okay.
So,
I
for
wonder how
instance,
that. Yeah.
with Nickerman's wonderful donation of $100, which again is incredibly generous, I would most definitely pass that along to you, Churro, if you had a link set up in your stream. Which basically.
Diggity dog. Dang, dude, yeah, definitely. I didn't even know about that.
I'm Sangre
That's
Joven.
cool, man. Well,
Mini Nickerman here. Thanks for streaming, Z. Thank you, Sangre Joven. And Nickerman. And also Christian Woods. I do appreciate any donations in the stream, as always. Because I do pass it along to other streamers. That's one thing. Another thing that I do is also... I also use the donations to periodically get, like, for instance, tomorrow for the event, I'll get two $14 packages, most likely. I don't know if I'll pentastack. We'll see. Maybe I'll get one pentastack for the stream on Friday. But I'll have to get I'll have to get it tomorrow in preparation for Friday's stream. But yes, so maybe one pentastack and two 14s, something like that. And then that'll be it.
Yeah.
And then after that, I'll just be using saved up relics, which of course I got a bunch, as well as the relics in the event. Plus, I'll grind a bunch as well. Usually I'm able to do at least 5, sometimes 6 or 7K straight grind, which is always good. Gets a lot more Titan and relic forging and fusion food. Also remember we have a fusion event on Monday, so make sure you're saving up your food if you don't have the food glitch. Chance did donate on the first stream. I have, so yep, shout out to him as well. You're right, Sangre. That's exactly correct. And we didn't even get to see it, though, unfortunately, because chat was still messed up. Oh, but I was talking about what I do with the donation. So, yeah, I put it in on, I put it to other streamers, like Godan. I'll definitely donate to Godan. And JJ as well, and also to Prometheo and Vintage, and anybody else that has the ability to accept donations on their streams. I'm always a heavy supporter of other people because I know what it's like to receive donations on your stream, and it's very awesome and a bit humbling as well. So.
Yeah, man. Coach Z.
Well, I do my best because when it comes down to
the
DOT YouTube community, some people say, "Oh, you definitely look out as much as possible," and I do try to concentrate on that aspect. I know a lot of other people are involved more with the game and the teams and the everything else, but it's gotten to the point for me that if anything is up with the DOT YouTubers or stuff that we can possibly do to make the game better for the community, I do my best. So, definitely things coming up in the future. I do want to get a 24-hour live stream together for the Halloween event. And
I can't wait, man. I'm so stoked for the Halloween event.
I would really like to get that together. I'd like to do that for the community. I would like to have all the DOT YouTubers. It would be nice if it was supported by the developers to the point where we could even give away some stuff during that time. It would be great. I know Soldier's working on some new DOT Addicts merch for some of the DOT YouTubers. I'm hoping to have some, at least something out for the Halloween season. It would be nice. So we'll see what happens. What's up, Mauricio?
Yeah,
I got Thorg.
Definitely.
I did. Yeah, no problem. I did finally get Thorg. He is there in the rewards. I haven't collected him yet, but I will. And rank reward wise, I'm not doing too shabby. I'll be getting a second one. I'm at 5,872, and if I don't do anything else, let's see, the event goes on for another 6 hours. Most likely I'll still stay in top 10,000. Most likely. I might still end up doing another battle and see if I can get even a little bit lower than that, just to give myself a little bit more wiggle room to go to sleep and feel safe. Overkill does take the strategy out of the game, Lawrence, and right now it's gonna seem pretty ridiculous starting tomorrow. So the best advice I have for you, DOT community, is unfortunately to say, majority of you will be probably grabbing this Titan, because if you don't, it will be a lot harder to compete and or enjoy a lot of the different aspects of the game. But we'll see what happens. Obviously, some players may not. We may see something else arise, that these new Divine Titans are even better, and other things that are coming out with the Halloween season and other holidays afterwards, that, this may not be the end-all, be-all. But I do appreciate everybody that joined on Discord and in the chat. Bone Dregs, I don't know, Scion Dog. I don't know. We'll find out more about exactly what's going on for the Halloween season here soon enough. But yes, thank you, DOT community. Do appreciate you all, and we'll all see you on Churro's stream later, right, Churro?
Yeah. All right, cool. Just got home right now, about to settle.
All right, cool.
Put the thumbnail up, give the exact time, and then whoever's
get that stormtrooper ready.
Brave enough to stay up.
Yes, those brave enough to stay up. Nickerman, be ready.
Yeah, I need a co-host, Nickerman. You better be ready, bud.
Yeah, right. Nickerman's laughing. He's like, "I'm ready, Char. I'm ready." Yeah, I know it. I know you are, Nickerman. I do appreciate it again. I hope everybody enjoys the rest of Conquest and looks forward to tomorrow's event. I will be streaming on Friday. We'll see. I'm pretty certain, just the way tomorrow is going to be, that there will be a few other people live streaming tomorrow, hopefully. But this event's going to be pretty packed. Let's just say that, with more content. So I'm at least happy about that aspect of it, because sometimes when there's no content, things seem even more boring. So, all right, DOT community, I'll talk to you all again very soon.